Okay, he's pushing the stream button. You should pop back up in a minute. And Penny, he wants you to keep your camera on. All right. All right. We're back. Look at us. Hopefully we have everything worked out. And what we're going to do now, special treat, because now Matt is in the building. So we can hear from Matt McCormick with the Chamber of Commerce.
You ready for me?
I'm ready for you, Matt. Let's go.
We'll go. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the kickoff. And I guess we already had a ribbon cutting, but our kickoff of our Small Business Virtual Holiday Expo. This is the first time we've done this and very excited about this program. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for participating and for being a part of this. And a special thank you and a special shout out to Penny Kunznar, our Vice President of Operations here at the Chamber, and then also our Small Business Committee that put this together, and couldn't do it without the commitment of our Small Business Committee, and so excited about doing this. So thank you so much. So Penny asked me to talk a little bit about some small business facts, some shop local things, and so wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I think sometimes small business, sometimes it's forgotten about looking at it as an industry as a whole, and you start taking a look at small business as an industry. Our small businesses is the most impactful industry, not only here in Columbia, not only here in Boone County, in the state, but in the nation. So some facts and figures that you might not be familiar with, that you might not know about our small businesses, about our small business, all of our small business. There's approximately 30.7 million small businesses in the U.S., making up 99.9% of all businesses in the United States. Now, that goes into this Small Business Administration, the SBA. They define a small business as fewer than 500 employees, which frankly in Columbia would encompass all except for maybe a half a dozen to a dozen of our businesses. So for us here locally, we look at small businesses 25 or less employees, and which makes up a great deal of our community. But let's go back to some other U.S. statistics on this. So those businesses with fewer than 100 employees count for 98% of all businesses, and those with fewer than 20 employees count for 89% of all businesses in the country. So 89% of all businesses in the country are made up of 20 or less employees. That is amazing. And here in Columbia, for Columbia as a whole, make up about 85 to 89% of our businesses here. It's just right in line with that. For the Chamber, for our membership, we make up right about 85% of the Chamber membership is of small businesses of 25 or less employees. Small business generate the majority of jobs in the United States. According to SBA, small companies create 1.5 million jobs annually and account for 64% of new jobs created in the U.S. And this goes back to what I was talking about at the beginning. As an industry, small business creates more jobs, creates more prosperity, creates more income, brings more to a community than any other industry out there. And we couldn't be more proud that 85%, a large majority of our membership is made up of small businesses. We couldn't be more proud of what our small businesses mean to our community. So what does it mean to do business small? Well, doing business small is a big thing for Columbia, is a big thing for our region. It means so much here. So we always encourage our businesses, we encourage our consumers, we encourage our citizens, we encourage our large businesses to make sure whenever they are taking a look at vendors, when they're taking a look at where to shop, whenever you're looking at who you need to use for a service, make sure that you're using our small businesses. You continue to use our small business. Our small businesses, again, create more jobs in our community than any other industry. They create more revenue for our community. There's no other industry that does more to support our school systems than small business. And small businesses are truly what make up a community's pulse, a community's heart. It's what makes a community so unique. The more that we invest into our small businesses, the more that we support our small businesses, the better it is for our community, because it brings everything together. We had our awards banquet last night. One of the things we talked about was how community starts right here with businesses. And it starts mainly with you, our small businesses. It's what you bring to us. You bring the sweat equity. You bring the volunteers. You make things happen in this community. There's something needing to happen. It's you, our small businesses, that step up. So we couldn't do this in Columbia, Boone County, our whole region wouldn't be as successful as it is today without you, our small business. So what we always encourage and we want you to do, and please, whenever you're working with your circle of influence, or if you're working with other companies, make sure you're looking at what fellow small businesses can we support? What fellow small business can I use as a vendor? What fellow small business can I use to get this job done, or to get to take care of this issue for me, or to purchase this product for me? We couldn't be more proud. We couldn't be more happy, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of this, and for the chamber to be putting this on. Again, thank you so much to our small business committee. Penny, thank you so much for all that you do on the chamber side to make this happen. Donica, we appreciate you and putting you were with us last night. You're with us again this afternoon to put this together, the live stream. So whenever we get the opportunity to celebrate you, our small businesses, with things like a virtual holiday expo, especially during these times, especially during what we're all dealing with, it couldn't be more important to make sure that we work and strive every single day to support our small business community, because again, you are the largest industry we have in Columbia. And so thank you for what you do. Thank you for your commitment. Penny, thank you for my time. To the Small Business Committee, thank you for my time. And with that, have a wonderful holiday expo. If we don't get to talk to you before, have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a holiday season. We look forward to working with each and every one of you. And if you ever need anything, please reach out to us. Y'all have a great afternoon. Thank you.
Moon Yoga Studio is a vinyasa studio. For about 1.5 years, I did pop-up classes around town and just kind of started building the brand without having the studio. The space came available and I sent my business plan over and it all worked out, and they've been really awesome.
Not every bank would say, we're willing to work with a small business that doesn't need a huge loan, but those are the ones that really become great people for the community and great people for Hawthorne Bank.
If we can get another small business in Columbia, I would hand them to Hawthorne in a heartbeat.
All right, let's see if we are waiting for Tim to pop in. Up next is JS Computech. Oh, there's Tim, and look, he's got on his holiday hat.
Good morning.
Good morning, you.
I'm good. So I'm really excited to be here today and talk about JS Computech. I thought the best way to really describe what we do is to kind of go through the history of IT for small businesses. But what we are today is we are our clients' IT departments. Our clients look to us just like big companies would look to their IT departments. So, but as far as the history goes, back in years ago, things would break. You'd call the local IT guy, he would come out and fix it. This caused a roller coaster of finances, both for the IT companies and for the small businesses. You never knew 1 month to the next what issues you were going to have, what your costs were going to be. So somebody came up with the bright idea a number of years ago. Hey, what if we charge a small monthly fee? We'll do all the help desk stuff under that, and we'll still charge for large projects. And that worked great, although a lot of companies still charge for on-site. So as long as you could handle it on the phone, you didn't get charged for it. but if we have to come on site or if we have to do projects, and that led to the help desk not having the incentive to fix the problem. When they sent somebody out, they might send their lower level guys, and oh, I can't handle this, I need to get the next guy. And so you still had a roller coaster of finances. You never knew one day to the next what would happen. At that point in time, JS Computech started a program we called IT Sanity. And we charged that monthly fee. We said all your help desk was included. And the big key to it is we started our net admin VCIO process. We have a person who goes on site every month, does an audit, collects information, does proactive maintenance to help make sure that nothing is going to happen. And then we had our virtual CIO, our VCIO. And that is not a sales guy. He's your advisor. He acts as your CIO, your chief information officer, and he comes in with suggestions, builds strategy with you, the business owner, decides things like what do we have to budget for new PCs next year? What are big hits like last year, Windows 7 going away and having to move to Windows 10. So that led to beneficial both for the clients and for us, because the less problems you guys have, the less you call us and the less we need to do. And at the same time, the more efficiency your employees gain, the more time they have on their computer, the more time they're making money for you. This worked really good for a while, but with the changes in cybersecurity and everything else, we needed a more robust model. So we have moved on to what we call our managed IT department. We are truly your IT department. It's all inclusive, all one price. It's all labor included. And it feels like to some people that it seems expensive, but it really isn't, because now you have exact numbers for knowing if I add a computer, this is how much it will cost. If I add an employee, this is how much it will cost. If I need to update my server to the latest software, to the latest operating system, whatever it is, you don't have to worry about any of the labor costs. It's all included. The only thing our clients will pay for at that point in time are their individual software and their hardware. So if you need a new server, you buy the new server, but you don't have to put in 20 hours at 150 to 200 bucks an hour to put the new server in place and install it. That's included in your monthly price. If you're getting a new phone system, whether you bought the phone system from us or from one of our local guys in town, doesn't matter. We'll come in and we'll assist with that. We'll help get that phone system up and going and best for you. The other advantage we have is we now have a 24/7 live answer help desk. It's not the 3 o'clock in the morning, waking the tech up, him going hello and have to wake up. We have people who are on site, they're level 1, 2, and 3 techs, 24/7, 365, holidays included. They're always up and running. The other thing those guys are doing are always running network monitoring. So you don't have to worry about what is going on your network. They're always scanning your monitor, your network. And we have a next generation AV. Antivirus isn't just about files you download off the internet anymore. It's about the bugs and the worms that get in and move around. Patch management is more important than ever for your cybersecurity and for your cybersecurity insurance to pay off. Those guys don't want to have to pay off. They look for any excuse. Patch management is a great excuse they use. We do malware monitoring on the network, looking for malicious traffic. We give you cyber attack incident response remediation, which is huge because it's not when something or if something's going to happen, it's when something is going to happen. We do dark web monitoring to make sure that your identity on the dark web is free and clear and that your passwords are not roaming around on the dark web somewhere. And the big key is we're still doing our net admin VCIO. We're still sending somebody out. They do their audits. They do the proactive maintenance. They make sure all your machines are up to date. Your servers are up to date. Your switches, your routers, everything is up to date. And then our VCIO comes in and he gives you the things you need to look out for, the things that are coming down the line that you need to know about. He'll tell you, hey, you have a machine here. This machine's put in 8 tickets in the last 2 months. The machine's 6 years old. If we replace this out, you will probably gain over 2 hours of work from your employee where they're spending working on their computer trying to get it to work a month. That adds up over time. These are the cost factors that help you save money in the long run, make your people more efficient, makes you least likely to be the person out there that gets hit by a cyber attack. The beauty of this is you know what your cost is. If you got to bring a person on, you know exactly how much their machine's going to cost you, how much that person's going to cost you. You are able to scale up and scale down. So in this time of COVID, where you've had to let people go and bring people back, your price can vary by month. You can scale up and scale down. And that really helps out you as a business owner make decisions on what your savings are going to be for reductions or how much it's going to cost you to add to staff. The biggest thing we do and where this industry is really turning towards is cybersecurity. Day is going to come where all your Windows 10 lives in the cloud. You're going to be able to log in on your computer at your desk with monitors, and you're going to be able to take that same live environment and log into it from your phone and then go home and get onto it from your home machine. And everything's going to live up there in the cloud and be really flexible. As with anything that goes to the cloud, you have the issue of the security of it and who has access to it and what is it. And so that is really where we are focused on protecting you and directing you into the most secure avenues for the future. And so in a nutshell, that's what we do. But our big goal is to bring sanity to both our clients and our staff. And so we love being the department, your IT department. You call us up, hey, I got such and such going on. We'll be there. We'll get it done. We'll remote in. We'll get it done. We'll get you fixed. And we never have to have conversations of, well, if we do, it's going to cost you $150 for the first hour that you come out, minimum. You never have to have those discussions. So that's JSC in a nutshell. Please check us out and have a happy holidays. Thank you.
Happy holidays to you as well, Tim. And you're right, Tim. Nobody wants their passwords floating around the dark web.
Well, I know, and I'm
So
afraid
thank
I'm
you
going to
so
have to refer to
much.
me as
That was JS Computech. Good to hear from you. And now we are going to hear from Mark Mills with Cumulus Media. Mark, are you with us?
I am with you.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
Same to you. And thank you. And thanks also to Penny and all the work that you and I know the members of the committee have worked hard on bringing this all together. I'm representing this afternoon Cumulus Media. Of course, we're the owner of 7 radio stations here in central Missouri, including News Talk 98.9 FM, 1400 AM KFRU, 101.5 KPLA, 102.3 BXR, Q106.1, Nash 100.1, and others. And we also do digital advertising business as well through our nationwide Cumulus digital network. We are proud to be a sponsor of this Holiday Expo, and even though it's maybe weird, maybe different, obviously different, it's kind of weird and different in the best possible way, right? This is something that all of us have learned through the COVID process, myself working from home and have made use of video technology, and it's been teaching an old dog new tricks, I guess, would be the best way to say that. So we're glad that this is available. We're glad for everybody that is connected here this afternoon. And Cumulus here in Columbia, we certainly help support small businesses, medium businesses, large businesses, but certainly are proud to be able to help small businesses in the community move forward, grow, get better. We like to give information about what's happening, of course, with businesses all around, and especially when everything seems to be a bit of a moving target. We certainly support that with information and much, much more. So once again, we're proud to be a sponsor of this event. We thank the Chamber of Commerce for doing this, and we hope that you'll stay tuned and tune in throughout the afternoon and find out more about what I see as a wonderful group, a great group of Columbia Chamber of Commerce members. And I will mention in the background, one of my best volunteer jobs, one of my favorite volunteer jobs was as chair of the ambassadors. I'm a member of the ambassadors, and had the opportunity to do some very special things. And that's what we like most about the Chamber of Commerce are these special events, new businesses opening, learning more about businesses in the central Missouri area and about the members of the Columbia Chamber of Commerce. So again, thanks for allowing me a bit of time on behalf of Cumulus Media, and have a great afternoon.
The Southern Rose is a full-service gift and monogram shop. I knew I had to do a pretty big jump to make my monogramming be a full-time career. So I reached out to Todd, and he was more than willing to meet with me.
You sit down with people who want to start a business, and sometimes you just know that they're going to be successful. And Mackenzie was one of those people.
It's funny because he had no idea what a monogram was.
So I didn't know what monogram was, like monogram.
I handed in my business plan, and I was very convincing. They're really good about knowing each person and what their needs are.
Columbia is a better place because of the Southern Rose.
All righty, thank you. It was good to see your face, Mark. I hadn't seen Mark in quite a while. And also to hear from our sponsor, Hawthorne Bank. All right, so we are going to move it along, and we will be hearing now from our Convention and Visitors Bureau. So Andrea should be here with us. And as soon as Andrea pops on, we can take it away.
Can you see me? There we are.
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. And how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Wonderful. I think we do have a short little video that you hopefully will be able to see.
Yeah, I think Penny's going to play that, get that going for us in just a minute. Gotta love technology, right, Andrea?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a blessing and a curse, right?
Yes, that's what I always say.
Depending on the moment, you love it or hate it.
Yes, that's generally how it goes.
I wanted to make sure that we reiterate what Matt was saying at the beginning, how important, this year's been unlike any other year. And at this time, it's more important than ever to be able to shop locally here in Columbia. And so we've actually partnered with the chamber. We've partnered with the district, the Business Loop, the mall, and Lidner Properties to join forces and really push out the message that shopping local is even more important through this pandemic, supporting our local businesses and even those local franchises that you might not think about it immediately. They're employing your friends, your family. Those tax dollars stay here, and we realize there's a lot of people that want to shop through Amazon and some of the other things. If you still want to shop at Walmart or Target and you want to order online, that's great. You can go ahead and do that. Make sure you have those products shipped to the store so that that store receives the credit for it, and the local employees that work there receive the credit, and the tax dollars stay here in the community. So it's vital that we all come together and support our local businesses during this holiday season and beyond. Don't stop at the holidays. Try to keep up with that throughout 2021, because there's a lot of businesses that have been impacted by this pandemic, and are going to be hurting for a long time. So the more we can do to work together as a community and support these local businesses. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why we love being here in Columbia. We have a lot of great restaurants. We've got a lot of wonderful local restaurant or businesses and boutiques and galleries and music. And we love all those things. And we want those businesses to continue to thrive and succeed through the pandemic and beyond. So please do what you guys can to help support them. Gift certificates are great, gift baskets, maybe just going to dinner at a local restaurant or a local chain restaurant. Supporting those businesses is even more vital this year.
Andrea, you're absolutely right. And I believe that we have your video ready to go.
Okay. That video is a video that we used to send out to our meeting planners and sports organizations to encourage them to bring their business to Columbia. And I love that video. It showcases many of the great things that our community has to offer. And it always gets me excited. It's like, wow, we really live in a really cool place and have a lot of really unique experiences that people can enjoy while they're here. So that's just one of the different videos that we send out along with many others about how it is a great community to visit, a great community to support, all the wonderful local things like the MKT Trail and the restaurants and our music scene and festivals that we have, really unique festivals. And so that's something that we always take pride in sending out. So happy holidays, everybody. Do what you can to help support our local community. We have a very safe community here with everything that our health department has put in order to make sure that we all stay safe from this pandemic. So please mask up and do what you can. Thank you.
Absolutely, Andrea. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And I'm sure people can find that video on YouTube. It just brought back fond memories for me.
Wonderful.
Because Columbia does have so many exciting things.
Yes. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Of course. Of course. All right. And so we are going to see who is next up. And if I'm not mistaken, we should have someone joining us from Iron Gate. Let's see if we got Iron Gate in the building.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. It's Jared.
Hey, how are you? How are you doing, Columbia?
Good.
My name is Jared Wood. I am a real estate agent with Iron Gate Real Estate. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties. We had a game set up. We recorded it, can't get it online. So we're just going to do a virtual tour of our building. So once again, we're in the foyer of Iron Gate Real Estate. We are on 3635 South Providence Road. If you can get a picture of our sign, just look for our sign. and you know that we're here. So come on in. As we come in, you will be greeted by our receptionist. She's out working right now, but her name is Chelsea. She'll get you exactly where you need to go. She is our right-hand man for all of the agents. She sets up showings. She sets up open houses. She does an amazing job for us. So as we come in, you will see our absolutely beautiful foyer, which you can see is just really spread out, a lot of open seating for our real estate agents. You know, for an agent like me, I'm always up, moving around, trying to, you know, as I work, you know, I just like that being and moving a lot. So coming in here, we have our first absolutely gorgeous boardroom where we get a lot of work done, classy artwork. And so if we're talking about a contract with one of our clients, we'll bring them in. We'll get what we need to do. Now, you may be asking, well, how am I going to come in? I have my kids with me. How are we going to get anything done? Well, we've taken care of that for you. So in here, we have a child's room right by our conference. So they can watch TV, they can play, they can do whatever they need to do while we get what we need to get done. So moving along to our admin. So we have two of the finest head brokers that Columbia has ever seen. They work with our compliance. So anytime that we send a contract in, they look through all of our stuff, make sure we have all of our I's dotted, our T's are crossed, making sure the contract is exactly how it is supposed to be. So moving down just a little bit more, we have our administrative offices with our admin. We have the owner, Freddie Spencer, and our lovely CEO, we have Rachel. We feel so blessed to have these two on board. They are willing to do anything that our agents need. They are here to support us 100%. And so if we need something, they're going to get to the bottom of it and they're going to handle it for us. Also, right next to our admin, we have our creative team. Another thing to brag about Iron Gate is, you know, we don't have to, the agents don't have to do professional photos. You know, we don't have to do Matterport. All we have to do is put in a specific time. We want them to go out and do it, and bam, our creative team is out to do it. All of our flyers, anything that we send out via social media is all taken care of by our creative team. So as a real estate agent, you know, our time is very limited out showing property. And so if we can get that additional help, we will always, always take it. So moving along, another huge item for a real estate agent is we have all kinds of coffee stations set up all throughout our office. So for me, you know, getting up early, trying to handle business, get up, get my coffee fix taken care of, we got it all. Moving along, now my favorite part of our office. So our admin was very mindful, once again, about our agents. And so outside, they've set up a very nice place for us to conduct all of our work, anything that we need. And then when I go to do my calls, I'm doing any type of cold calling, anything of that nature, I will come right up over here to our outdoor covered fireplace. So we'll sit out here. Once again, any type of work that we need done, it's just a nice quiet space for us to do whatever we need to do, whether that's calling, writing contracts, we've got it all. So that is our first segment, our first part of the tour. And when we come back, I'm going to show you way more. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Jared, for that tour. We appreciate it. And I think we'll hear from you a little bit more later on in the program. All right. And so now we are going to bring on our next guest. We are bringing on Heather Stewart from VAC, which is so beloved in our Columbia community. Let's see if we've got Heather in the building.
How are you?
I'm good, Heather. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking me to be a part of today.
Of course.
Sorry, I had someone come in my office.
Let's see if we've got Heather in the building.
All righty. Well, as you know, VAC has been part of the community for over 50 years. I have some feedback going, so I'm not sure if I'm talking or not. So somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. So we've been around for 50 years serving the community here in Boone County and Columbia. We provide services that help individuals who are struggling bridge the gaps between crisis to stability and improve their quality of life. Most recently, we've been helping with not only the basic needs services that are out there and have been out there even prior to COVID, but we've really been addressing the rent assistance need for individuals that have been impacted by COVID. From that, of course, like most every other organizations, we've pivoted and changed how we're providing the services to our community. We have gone to appointment only, and we are no contact. So we work with our clients, they schedule appointments, and then we coordinate the services and provide it to them. And I foresee us doing that for at least until the beginning, or at least through the first quarter of next year. And we're right now, as hopefully most of you know, we're in the middle of our holiday program, which we were serving approximately 960 families, not only from VAC, but through other partner agencies that we do all the work for them, but they distribute the gifts, but we help. So that's 900 families in the community. And we're still looking for sponsors to cover those, to help cover the cost of those families. So if you are interested in sponsoring, please go to our website. It's one of the main sliders on our website, which is vacmo.org. And I encourage you to sponsor family. And I think our video is queued up. Our video really succinctly tells a client story of how she basically is our mission. She was in crisis, and now we've bridged that gap to stability. And she's currently a client and will probably stay with us for a while as she's receiving housing assistance. But her story is very compelling. She's the reason why we do what we do. And so I encourage you guys to watch that. And if you're interested in volunteering, there's ways to do that for our holiday program. If you're interested in supporting us through our holiday program through donations, or if you're wanting to give to us, just remember that Como Gives kicks off in December 1st. And you can give to that, which is benefits organizations here in Columbia, and we also have some matching grants and things. So money donated through Como Gives in December actually can double and help us out more than just a regular donation throughout the year. So that's what I have to say. Thank you so much, and we're glad to be a part of the chamber and glad to be serving Columbia and Boone County in ways that we can help our neighbors who are struggling.
My name is Angel Thorpe, and I've been in Columbia around 17, 18 years. And the experience with VAC has been amazing. It's been a dream come true. It helped me come from being homeless and living in a tent on the streets, basically, and moving around to having an apartment and a home again. Without voluntary action, I don't think I could have made it by myself. They helped me in so many different ways. They helped me pay off some old electric and gas bills. They deposit for the electricity to be turned on, the funding for deposit, first month's rent. I didn't realize they had so many resources and help offered out there. I was only, going by hearsay about the Christmas package and food and stuff like that. I never knew they did so much more than that. I thought it was just like a free food kind of thing. And then I was just amazed to see how much more help than I was aware of. The majority of the help that I've gotten has come from voluntary action, and the food pantry and the the cleaning kits that they provide us when we get our place, and they, you know, they kind of help us get started, get on our way. They don't just leave us hanging. It's just like, you know, we get you there and then say bye. You know, like I've had experience in the past. They fulfill aftercare, and they really say everything they say they can do. They've done that and more. And I owe a lot to you guys, and Mr. Jason helped me become a mom and a grandma again. When I thought there was no other where to turn, they stepped up and amazed me. It's like a miracle fell out of the sky, and it was a dream come true, life-changing. We all fall down, and it's not for the reasons that everybody thinks it is. Being a single mom out here is one of the hardest things that anybody could do, and not everybody can say they know, because they don't. And being a woman out here in the homeless environment, it really makes it a little bit more difficult and dangerous. So they really felt, literally, I could say they saved my life by helping me, and I can never thank them enough. Voluntary action made me feel like I deserved it, like it's okay, like there's nothing embarrassing or shameful to be embarrassed about, you know. Made me feel comfortable and at ease, and made me feel like I could do it. Made me feel worthy, you know. And I can say on the behalf of my grandchildren and kids, thank you, because they were as well worried about me and wondering, is Mom okay? You know, and so now they say they don't have to worry about Mom, that she's all right now.
Vows Bridal is a local boutique here in Columbia, Missouri. We are a full-service boutique, and we're here to help brides find their dream dress. Hawthorne was the reason why this has happened.
I mean, she had a plan. She came out of the gate with a plan.
Brian was great.
She checked all the boxes.
They took me seriously. That was my fear, being so young. I thought everyone was gonna laugh me out the door.
We treat everybody equally, and we're willing to listen to everyone.
They believed in me and in my dream, and they are the reason why I have vows. I can't thank them enough for that.
All righty. Thank you so much, Heather. Always nice to hear from Voluntary Action Center. They do so much for this community. And I remember when we first moved to Columbia back in 2007, when we were looking to adopt a family, everyone we asked said, call Voluntary Action Center. You guys have been doing this work a long time, and we appreciate it. Okay, we are going to go to our next guest from the Connection Exchange. Some of my favorite ladies. So hopefully we should have Jennifer and Krista, I believe.
We're here.
All right.
Monica.
How are you, Jennifer?
Doing well. So glad to be here and supporting Chamber and Shop Local Como today.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
It's been a long time.
I know. I know. All right, tell us a little bit about the Connection Exchange.
Hi, thank you for having us. So we are a welcome service for new businesses and new residents. And we have welcome gifts that we provide free of charge to that new business or that new resident. I think we've got a couple of videos. Can we play those first? While you're getting that up, I'll just go ahead and talk a little bit more about our gifts. And I'm going to talk on the commercial side first, and then I'll introduce Krista as well. So I brought props and she did as well. So, hopefully you can see it with the background. This is our welcome gift for a new business. It comes in a laptop bag, and our laptop bag sponsor is Stephanie Wilmsmeyer State Farm Insurance. But there's lots of goodies and freebies like Post-it notes and pens, all kinds of fun, cups and swag items from our members. But what really is represented in this gift is that it is relationships and resources, businesses and services that a new business would want as they are launching their business. And then it also serves as an ongoing resource. We serve as an ongoing resource that they can contact us, let us know what they might need down the road, but also they can refer back to that gift in our membership directory and see, if there's something that they need 6 months into their business, a year into their business, they can know that the people that we've introduced them to, that they've started a relationship with, are worthy of the business and able to help them as business resources. Krista, why don't you talk a little bit about our business on the residential side?
Sure, I would love to. Thanks for having us. Hi, Adonica, you're doing such a great job. I love it. Love this platform. But we welcome anyone who is new to the Columbia area within the Columbia Public Schools district within 6 months since you have moved here. So in the last 6 months, excuse me. So if you're looking to get connected and want to know some of the holiday favorites around Columbia, this would be a great time to get a welcome visit in. We do currently virtual visits. This is our bag right back here that I drop off at your front porch. You don't ever see me, and I do a connection call with you to answer any questions about where do I get my auto insurance? Where do I, and we have State Farm in the bag, Stephanie with State Farm in the bag, and we love to refer to her. What doctor should I use? And we have Liberty Family Medical in the bag, who I love to refer to them because they're an on-call doctor that you can call at any time. We have people asking, where should I get a burger? Where's the best burger in town? Or who has the best pizza? And so I love answering those type of questions from our membership to our newcomers to Columbia. And I think that's it. Did I mention everything, Jennifer?
I think so. And I think Annika has our videos ready.
Are you a new business owner? We can connect you. Need resources, services, and networking opportunities? Call or check us out online to schedule your free welcome visit to get connected today. The Connection Exchange. We connect you. Are you new to Columbia? We can connect you. Need a carpet cleaner, a daycare, a bank? Call or check us out online to schedule your free welcome visit to get connected today. The Connection Exchange. We connect you.
Awesome. Thank you. So we have some great specials for the holidays. So we love connecting our members to, of course, their new businesses in town and new residents as well. We've got $100 off of our top tier memberships right now, and some pretty awesome specials on our value membership, which is where you can just put a coupon or gift card in the bag and know that that is getting out to the people that we welcome with those welcome gifts. So please contact us if you would like to be a part of what we're doing. We would love to help connect you. You can reach us at info@connection-exchange.com, and our website is connectionexchange.com. We'd love to visit with you. Thanks for having us on today.
Thank you.
Oh, Krista's dog wanted to say bye too. Right on cue. That's perfect. All right. Well, thank you, Krista and Jennifer. It's always nice to hear from both of you. I love talking to you ladies, and I also love the connections that you all make throughout this community. Very important. So remember, if you are a new resident, or if you know a new resident, then reach out to Connection Exchange. So many great connections to be made, so many goodies made. All right, so we are going to go to our next business, the hatchery. And I know Amanda is here with us. Amanda, are you there?
I am here. Yes.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, there we
How are
are.
you?
Here's my house. Everybody's got like fancy videos and fancy backgrounds. I've got my 5-year-old's artwork pinned up on the wall. That's the fanciness we live in.
That important thing to have on your wall.
Right? Yeah. She loves it, so that's all that matters. So then she can't yell at me for not caring about her artwork that she spends so much time on.
I do
like
understand that. And, I don't know if you've ever been caught trying to throw a piece of artwork away, but I have, and it's not nice.
Oh, I did. She goes, Mom, stop throwing away my things. So now I really put it down in there. So, and now she like at school, she has like these little bitty pieces that she'll like, it's like scraps that she'll color, and like we have to keep each one of them. And so
you do.
It might be a day that I'm going to clean when she's not home.
I don't blame you. Amanda, tell us what's going on with the hatchery these days. So many new things, new changes. Tell us all about it.
Oh, yes. So I was going to take just a couple minutes to tell you about who we once were, because I don't think a lot of people still know what in the world is going on with the hatchery. And so we were, in July of 2017, we actually opened up as a co-working space with on-site childcare. Our big thing was to help businesses, but then help people be business owners and be the best business owners that they could, but be in a professional place that wasn't their home office maybe, or their kitchen table or a coffee shop. Not only just to be in a professional space, but for them to feel like when they bring a client in, they are feeling like that professional that they are, like I just said, but also to have a community of other people. As we know, running a business is very tough. And so having those other people that are around you that are going through the same ups and downs that you are is super important. And then also just to have that connection with other people that know different things. A lot of times we feel like when we start a business, we have to know everything and we don't ask for help. And so when you're sitting next to somebody that maybe has, they're a photographer and you're a web designer, you might be able to collaborate on some things. And so that, and then we had the on-site childcare because as a new parent, it's hard when you want to be a parent, but your kid is complaining about you throwing away their artwork or just being a kid, like they need the attention, they want the attention, but you have a proposal to write or a video conference to be on. And so we wanted to give a place for people to do that. We were open. We closed our on-site childcare about 2 years in. It just financially wasn't working. And then we actually closed our physical doors the end of June, I believe. Yeah. We were going to transition to another space, another owner. But dear COVID did not have plans for that. And so we have basically moved what we could online. And so now we call ourselves a online small business incubator. You can tell I'm on that one. But it's basically business coaching for small, like businesses that are just getting going or people that want to be a business. We want to be able to have the community still, the events and the coaching. And so we do this in 3 ways. You can tell I practice this. I did not at all. But we essentially offer 3 different things. We have our events, and that's for anybody. You don't have to be a member. And we have three events that we feel like are the pillars of being a business owner. So marketing, personal development, and business resources. So you've got the fun, sexy stuff like Facebook and Instagram, but then you have like why you should sleep 8 hours a day and eat well and exercise, to like your QuickBooks and your cybersecurity, different things like that. So all of those things we feel like encompass like as a whole business. And so we do 2 to 3 events on that. And then we have our online coaching. So that's really what we took the big thing from our actual space to online is we have 3 different memberships that people can sign up for, and that they range from $29 to $149. In those, they get access to all of our events and plus the recording. So we have what's called like our vault of all of our videos where you can go back and learn. And then it's accountability. So like, what are you going to get done this week? And actually having to say it out loud, to then our group coaching and then also one-on-one coaching with me. So I take everything that I've learned over the past 5 years with doing the hatchery, but then past experiences of real estate and network marketing and all of those different things, and taking my experiences and helping business owners move forward and create actionable game plans, and then holding their feet to the fire when they want that. And then the last thing that we do, which Adonica, you were part of it, is our Facebook Lives. And so those are on Fridays. I'm there every Friday. Sometimes I'm by myself, but then I also bring in a guest. And those are really just to hear other business owners talk about how they got started, what their wins are, what did they struggle with, and just obviously just letting our community know about who's in town, and to explain, like why we should shop local, what all goes into it. Different stuff like that, and then just creating that sense of community, because I think, like I said earlier, as business owners, we tend to try to do things all by ourselves, and we also tend to feel like we have to know it all, and that if we mess up something, like, oh, we're not cut out for this. But it's not really true. So hearing different stories from different business owners, I think it's empowering to other people to know that they're actually not alone in doing things. So just a little bit of stuff that we're doing.
You guys, you do a lot of stuff, Amanda, and we are so grateful to have community. You have so much knowledge, and you're always willing to share. And we have had a ball on Facebook Live, haven't we?
We have. Oh my gosh. Even this morning I had Kimber, and we used that Be Live like you and I did. And it was like cutting in and out. And it's like, come on, technology. I just want to sit right next to the person I'm talking to. I just love like the energy that we get, and like just to have a good conversation. But here we are. But
I know.
Lucky for you.
Nothing beats that in person.
I know. So we'll still have to do like coffee or something so that we can have a conversation without getting like CenturyLink disrupting us.
Absolutely right. Well, thank you so much, Amanda, for joining us and for sharing so much about the hatchery. And that anybody should be able to find you on Facebook. And Amanda always has so much good content and so many good videos out there, and those can be helpful for a lot of our businesses. So thank you, Amanda.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
All
for
right,
doing
and so
this and being
now
able to
we
do
get
it.
to
Thank
go
you,
back. Oh, I was talking over you.
You're good. I was just saying thank you to you, what you're doing, and also the chamber. So thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thanks, Amanda. So we get to go back to, I believe, Jared with Iron Gate Realty. Jared, are you ready to come back on with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
All right. Well, thank you again. I'm back. I'm always glad to be back and talking a little bit more about our brokerage. So I'm sorry for my first video. I just kind of jumped right in, and hopefully that was okay. But what I want to talk to you a little bit now about are a couple of our tenants. So, us as real estate agents, yeah, we're, there to make sure the transaction goes through. However, we are just a small cog in the wheel. There's a lot of different moving parts that we use. So in our office, we have different tenants that can help us with our transactions whenever needed. So first, if you follow me just a little bit, we have our own in-house real estate attorney, Mr. Dan Simon. This is all the way down here, Simon's law firm. And so why would we need a lawyer, you may ask? Well, let's just take, for instance, if somebody's trying to divide their land up, well, we're going to need some help from an attorney to, draw those up. Or if it's an apartment complex, those contracts tend to be a little bit different. So to be able to have an in-house attorney that we can just turn right to and say, hey, we need a little bit of help here, it's just makes our job so much easier. Also in our office, we have two different lenders. We have USA Mortgage, and then we'll go down to Flat Branch here in a second. Once again, I wish I could buy all my clients' houses for them. They could get whatever they want, but I don't have that much money. So to have lenders here in the office that we, if we bring them in for an initial interview, we can just come right down the hallway. We can speak to a lender face to face. We can get that application process going so much quicker. So instead of maybe, a week's worth of time, hopefully we can cut that down to maybe 48 hours and we can get those contracts booming, because in the market they were in right now, it is so hot that, if you see a house that you like, if you wait for tomorrow, it is definitely going to be gone. So having these two lenders in here, I'm walking by Flat Branch real quick. We actually have one lender in right now. Always so much easier when you can just walk right across the hall with any help that you need. Now, our last tenant, not in right now, but Monarch Title Company. So everything goes through the title company. They're basically, the third man out, that they just take care of the contracts, make sure everything is in line. They take all the money, they put it into an escrow account, so nobody has to touch it. To be able to run upstairs really quick if I need to hand in a document, whatever it may be, it just makes life so much easier when you can just run right across the hall, run right up the stairs, and you have all of these valuable resources right at the tip of your fingers. So those are our tenants. Those are our bigger helps within our office. Like I said, as agents, we just make sure the deal goes through, but whenever we need that extra help, we go to our lenders, we go to our title company, and we go to the lawyers to get that extra help. So hopefully we'll stay tuned for our third installment. We'll go downstairs, we'll check out all the offices where all the magic happens. Can't wait for you to come back. Thank you.
All right, Jared, thank you so much for giving us that tour. I know you guys are one of the newer offices in town when it comes to real estate offices, so we want to see where the magic happens.
Yeah, absolutely. We switched brokerages about 2 years ago. We wanted to make our name a little bit local, so we switched brands, and we have been off running. The community has been absolutely great to us, so we just live to serve.
That's awesome. I see so many of you guys' signs around. So
yeah. All right. Well, we will be back here pretty soon.
All right. All right. So we are now going to introduce our next video. We have a video from everybody's favorite local winery. Not a lot of places to say we have our own local winery. So everybody stay tuned. Let's watch our video from Les Bourgeois Vineyards.
Hi, I'm Krista here at the tasting room at Les Bourgeois Vineyards, and we are so excited to be a part of today's expo with the Chamber and talk about some really cool holiday stuff that we have going on at Les Bourgeois Vineyards. Every Sunday, we are doing something called Sunday Shopping. So when you come out and do some looking around, check out some of the really cool and unique gifts that we have. We also have gifts with purchase. So you can get up to $65 worth of really cool free stuff on Sundays at the tasting room when you shop with us. The first level is this amazing wooden custom A-frame ornament. We actually had this made by a staff member who's incredibly talented. So these collectible, because we're gonna continue to do them, 2020 wooden A-frame ornament is at the first level, which is a $40 purchase. We then have this awesome custom Drink Local tea towel. It's really nice and big, and it's cotton and fantastic. So that's the next level. And then we also have a Missouri campfire style mug. So show your Missouri pride, and it's black and gold, so go Tigers. And then the final and biggest level is this really great, so cute apron from Blue Q, and it says, "I've got a crush on your cooking," and it has these cute little mushrooms over here. One of my favorite things that we have for holidays that I think just is a really awesome extra special touch are custom labels. Because Christmas cards are awesome. They're so fun, especially if they have cute pictures of kids. But you know what's better than a Christmas card? a bottle of wine. So we can add special messages, your name, we can even add photos. So look for some custom labels. You can order them when you order wine online at MissouriWine.com, or you can come into the tasting room and order them and we can print them for you right here. Another great holiday option we have at Les Bourgeois Vineyards are custom curated gift sets. Whether you're looking for a red wine lover, a white wine lover, someone you want to send some extra Missouri pride to, we've got everything that you're looking for in gift sets that are easy and you can just pick one out. You don't have to do a ton of deciding. Of course, when people come to Les Bourgeois Vineyards, they expect tons of wines. We've got so many. I think we have 24 in our library right now of award-winning wines. But what they might not expect is some of the really amazing stuff we have in our gift shop. I have done, before I even worked here, I've done a ton of my Christmas shopping in this amazing gift shop because there's so much unique stuff that you're just not going to find anywhere else. We have super fun and funny glassware. This one says pairs well with wrapping presents. We have a huge selection of such cute ornaments. This one lights up. We have really excellent mulling spices in a flame blend as well as a botanist blend. These are so good and they smell amazing. They make the whole house smell fantastic. And then we have things like these camp cocktails, which have really fancy, awesome, nice ingredients in them, and they're all sort of freeze-dried or dehydrated or whatever, and that way they can stay super nice in their jar for a very long time. But then you add whatever spirit you'd like. You can either get a Rocheport Distilling Co. spirit here or whatever spirit you'd like, and you leave them in your fridge for a few days to get all infused and for all those flavors to mingle together. And then you add that infused spirit to a mixer and have a delicious cocktail. Super easy. Something very new and exciting, which is a brand new premium line of wines, which is called Bluff Top Cellars. There are some really delicious wines that we just released this month. We have a Cabernet Franc, a Cabernet Franc Merlot Bordeaux style blend, and we have a Cabernet Sauvignon. And those premium wines are available for purchase in the tasting room or online. Another really fun thing we're doing this year, because we all need a little extra fun and joy, is a 12 Days of Christmas case. So we actually came up with a really fun parody of the 12 Days of Christmas song, and we paired a wine with each day. And I won't go through the whole thing. You can find a video of that on our Facebook page. But we have Red River Boating, White River Boating, Norton of Missouri, and it goes on like that. So you can get this amazing case of favorites and award-winning wines for a $75 savings. It's only $150 for this whole case of all 12 Days of Christmas wines. Thanks for checking out all that we have to offer at Les Bourgeois Vineyards for the holiday season. Whether you're shopping some of our many delicious award-winning wine options, or unique gifts, or subscriptions, or getting custom holiday labels for something a little extra special, whatever it might be, we would love to help you make your holidays extra special this year.
Book Raiders Jewelers is very different than what you think of a traditional old school retail jewelry store.
He's taken Book Raiders, which was an exceptional business, and he's just built upon that, made it even better.
Todd has supported unquestionably what I need to get done, and as a byproduct makes the business healthier and allows us to grow.
We just try to take good care of him, set things up the way he needs it, and then just get out of his way and let him do his thing.
They cut through any red tape to get business done, and I think that's the number one piece.
Hi, I'm Ann from Job Finders.
McAdoo is vodka. Vodka may not be the answer, but it's worth a shot.
All right, we got a lot of good information from Les Bourgeois. We heard from our sponsor for today, Hawthorne Bank, and we just saw a very exciting video from Vision Works Marketing. And we should have Les here to talk to us live a little bit more about Vision
All right, I am here, and Adonica, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well, Les.
I have to say you did a wonderful job at the awards and the annual meeting last night. I was really impressed with your professionalism and the way you kept the audience involved. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Thank you, Les. I appreciate that.
Well, tell you a little bit about VisionWorks Marketing Group. We are a full-service digital marketing agency and a full-service marketing agency. You saw on the video that we are customer-centric, digital savvy, and we are market smart. For 25 years, our goal has been to help our partners accomplish their marketing goals and achieve the success that they desire. We provide strategy, we provide coaching, training, placement, and creative for any digital or traditional media. We listen to our clients and we work tirelessly on their behalf. Our motto is, don't spend more, spend more wisely. As we go forward in our next 25 years, just to give you an idea, if you know someone who needs to reach customers on the web, we have all the services from SEO to SEM. We do geofencing, geo-targeting. We also target your customers through digital display ads to digital video ads. We have the resources to help you spend more wisely. And I can say that because we have our own in-house audio studio as well as video studio. You know how companies always try to break through the clutter and noise to get their message heard? Well, at VisionWorks Group, we take the time to understand what you've been doing and determine the best way to reach your target audience. We know that each business has their unique position in the marketplace, and you can picture a life where you are on page 1 of Google searches. The number of your website visits continue to grow every month, and your target audience is contacting you rather than you always having to search for them. Ultimately, your sales grow and peace of mind exists. So in closing, VisionWorks Marketing Group, full service marketing agency, customer centric, digital savvy, and market smart. Open to any questions if you have any, Adonica.
Well, Les, you explain everything so well. I'll ask you this though, what is the best way for somebody to get in touch with you? Because I know a lot of us need marketing help.
Well, if you would call VisionWorks Marketing Group at 573-449-8567, and you can ask for me or you can ask for Lily Villanello, who has owned the company for over 25 years, or visit our website, visionworksgroup.com.
Visionworksgroup.com. And you know what? It's good I liked your commercial at first that you played, because sometimes we don't know who's behind those marketing campaigns.
That's right. And too often individuals see the high quality of the work that is being produced, and they have to search out. The best thing that anybody can do is always call us first.
I love it. And you heard Les. Call VisionWorks first.
That's right.
And he or Lily would be happy to take care of you. Thank you for joining us, Les.
Well, thank you, Adonica, and thanks again to the Chamber. Wonderful work at a time and a very, very innovative approach. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you. All right. So we are going to move on down the line. And next we are going to see a presentation. I'm excited about this, from Gracefully Made Boutique.
Hi, I'm Corey Buckman, owner of Gracefully Made Boutique. We're a brand new business and officially joined the Chamber just over a week ago. Gracefully Made began as a lifestyle and family blog that I created back in 2017 when my husband and I were engaged. And I was beginning to navigate my new role as a bonus mom, and in that process was coming across new challenges. And so I found it really helpful to put my journey in writing and wanted to be really diligent about choosing a name that represented the grace that came along with navigating my new role. You can read more about how I came up with our name on my website at gracefully made.org, But ultimately, when I became pregnant, my writing fell a little by the wayside, but my drive for wanting to create was stronger than ever. I started asking for a sewing machine literally at every event and just wanted to make all the things for when our little girl arrived. This past Mother's Day, my husband bought a fabulous new sewing machine, and I began making the sweetest little dresses for our daughter Charlie. And I was just really pleasantly surprised by the feedback I was getting about my dresses and decided it was a business avenue worth pursuing. Gracefully Made got a slight makeover and a name change, and now we are officially Gracefully Made Boutique. I specialize in custom, handmade children's boutique clothing, which meet the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission requirements. There's a variety of styles I can create. However, the three styles that I'm going to show you are probably my favorite just because they're so versatile. The first is the Harper dress. This dress is a vintage style with little pleats in the front and buttons down the back, and it's just so fabulous. I love to make it in solid colors so that I can layer it with anything. The next is the Lulu Pinafore. It's also super sweet. It layers very well not only over a Harper dress, but it has a circle skirt, which is perfect for little girls who just love to twirl, and it has a zipper back closure. And then it also has the option of having a button suspender back or a really cute ribbon tie. So I love making those. They're just such a variety. You can even just layer them over a tee and some leggings. So they're perfect for that. And then the last main style that I wanted to show you today is the Ashton. So these are the Ashton dresses. They have options for a flutter sleeve or a 3/4 length sleeve. This is a 3/4 length sleeve. It has a button back, and I love the variety you can do with these. Such fun fabrics as well. I love creating custom-made dresses. Probably my favorite part is working with the clients directly to pick out the perfect fabric. And then to order a custom-made dress, you just reach out to me directly, and I'll send you a price quote based on the style of dress you pick and then the fabric that you select. I also make small batch inventory dresses. So for instance, I'll be making that Lulu Pinafore I showed you as we approach the holiday season in this super cute vintage truck fabric and in these Christmas lights fabric. So stay tuned for those for sure. So basically with the handmade clothing, there's two ways that you can purchase. A custom order where you contact me directly, or through an inventory sales drop, which are held in our Facebook group for now, and eventually on our website when that kind of gets revamped as well. So in addition to the clothing I make, I offer retail products carefully selected from USA owned and operated companies. I look for unique products and items made with sustainability and environmentally friendly practices in mind. So a lot of the retail products I have pair very nicely with my custom dresses. So for instance, these tights, perfect for layering under any of my dresses. And then these really great organic tees, also a mama-owned business, great for going under those Lulu Pinafores. So I love pairing those as much as possible, finding women-owned businesses like myself, and just it's been a lot of fun doing that. And then as we approach the holidays, I have a few extra items I'll be offering. I do not plan to offer a women's clothing line. However, I'm offering scarves in a variety of winter colors, and they'll make great Christmas gifts. So I love these blanket scarves. I'll be telling more about those soon, so I don't want to say too much yet, but here's one of the color options. And then in addition to non-clothing items, I may not do this all year, but it's been great for this time of year, especially for those stocking stuffers, offering things like these Bee Bella chapsticks. I have cherry in inventory right now, and I have candy cane, great for stocking stuffers. And then I also have these super cute Santa sweepstakes cards. So it has the option where you can write in your kiddo's gift. I know with COVID it makes it a little harder to go on trips, but if you were going to somewhere like Disney World, you can write Disney World, and then it has the pieces that you put on top of them so that your kiddo can scratch it off like a scratcher card. Really fun. And then this last one, this is actually going to be available in our Facebook group tomorrow at 9 a.m. I have a very limited quantity of these, but these are our Santa letter kits, and they come with 3 fill-in-the-blank style letters that your kiddos can write to Santa, and then also 3 official postcards from Santa, including an official seal, a brass bell, a pencil that says Believe on it, and then some snow, which when you add water, expands to about 100 times its size, and it would be great to just kind of sprinkle around if you want to clean up the mess, but sprinkle around on Christmas morning just to create a little bit of extra magic this season. So I'm really excited to be a part of the Chamber. This is my first small business event. like I said, I joined about a week ago. So I'm really excited to see where this goes, and I love being a part of this community and just can't wait to see what happens next. So thank you so much for reaching out and for allowing Gracefully Made to be a part of this.
Thank you so much, Corey. Wow, what beautiful items. And I have to say, Corey, that I am kind of glad that my little girls are grown past that size, because I'm sure I would need another part-time job. But Corey, if you can, because I think you might be answering questions in the comment, just if you can, let me know what turnaround time is on a custom-made dress. They seem like they would be great. So thank you, Corey, so much for that. That was Gracefully Made. And you can find them at Corey Buckman on Facebook for sure. All right, and so now we're going to bring on our next guest, and they're here live with us from Seville Woodworks. And I believe Chrissy is in the building with us.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. All right, tell us what we're looking at.
We're looking at some stone. But before we talk about this, I think we have a little bit of a slideshow. Can we play that?
Absolutely.
And can I talk during the slideshow?
Let's try it.
Okay.
There we go.
Can you see it? Okay. So can you hear me?
We can.
Oh, awesome. Great. Well, while the pictures are scrolling through, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the history of Seville Woodworks. Louis Seville started this business in his garage 25 years ago, starting out building residential cabinets. And it has grown to 2 buildings and 14 employees since then. And we do so much more than just cabinets anymore. We still do cabinets, but we also do post-form laminate countertops, solid surface countertops, quartz and granite. And we also do a lot of custom millwork, reception desks. We do a lot of work in schools, hospitals, you name it. We have product in there. The reason why you probably haven't heard of us is because we do a lot of commercial work. And so we haven't done a lot of residential work lately, but we're changing that. So with our new stone shop. So growth has been fun. We're still a small business. We have 14 employees. I'm heavily involved with the chamber. I totally support small business in town, and I think everyone should shop local if they can. So that's my PSA for today. Once the video stops with our pictures, we'll talk about some the differences between a granite and quartz. I get asked that question all the time. What's the difference? How do you take care of it? So I thought we'd talk a little bit about that today. Oh. Penny, do you want to go ahead and cut the slideshow? And we can go ahead and talk.
You're on.
Okay. Hello. So I have 2 slabs here, remnant pieces of granite. This is granite, and this is quartz. So these 2 look very different. This one, you can see the pattern is pretty similar all the way across. Very, very much the same. This, if you can see, I don't know if you can see in the light or not, but if you look through this, there's a lot of veining and a lot of different minerals. And if you look at it from different lights, you can see sparkles and dark spots and high spots and just very in-depth. So this is God-made. This is pulled from the earth in slabs. They slice it into slabs. So you'll have several pieces that are the same color, but no 2 slabs are alike. So that's really one of the cool things about granite, is that you have the only piece like this. Now, if we go over to quartz, this is man-made. They take quartz, crumble it up real fine, and mix it with epoxy. So it's super tough, just like rock. But this is man-made. And with technology, they're creating much more nicer patterns that have a little variance like granite, but it's still not quite the same. Cost-wise, granite is going to be a little more affordable. I'm sorry. Yes, granite is going to be a little more affordable than quartz. But now that there's a lot of manufacturers of quartz in the United States now, and so prices are coming down, so it is becoming more affordable. So when you're looking for a new kitchen and you just don't know which one you want, they're both very good, high quality products. Now to take care of them, pretty simple stuff. You don't have to do anything at all with quartz. Just wipe it down. Granite comes sealed. And they say that you're supposed to seal it once a year. My countertop I've had for 10 years and haven't sealed it yet, and it still looks brand new. So just saying. But we do sell this all-in-one stone care kit, which is so easy to do. Once a week, you spray it on your countertop. Just spray it and wipe, and it makes everything just shine and look brand new. We actually sell these, so you can come by and pick this up. They're $12, and this bottle lasts forever. So it's super easy to maintain both types of countertops. The one thing that I think a lot of people don't know is that you don't ever want to put a hot pan directly from the oven or your stove on top of either one. Not because, you think, well, it's rock, it's not going to hurt it. Well, if it has a seam close by, the heat can actually affect the epoxy that's in the seam. And so that could break it and cause the stone to fissure, which is never good. It can also stain the epoxy on the quartz countertops too. So we just had a job. Somebody put a pan on it and there's a big yellow spot now. And that's just something that we cannot get out. It's awful. So hopefully that clears up some questions you have about granite versus quartz. We do have for Christmas gifts, we have solid surface cutting boards in the shape of the Missouri state. So great for your friends that live in Kansas. Seriously. They're only $25, but we only have about a dozen left. So if you'd like to get one, if you want to give me a phone.
All right. Well, I feel like Chrissy was telling us to give her a call if you want one of those Missouri-shaped cutting boards. Oh, she's back. There she is. Chrissy, how do they contact you if they want a cutting board?
You can contact me by phone, 442-4425. My number's on our website, sevillewoodworks.com. We're listed on the chamber website. Penny at the chamber knows how to get a hold of me.
Office has it.
And my email is office@sevillewoodworks.com. So pretty easy.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Chrissy. That's Seville Woodworks. And get you some of that beautiful, beautiful tops for your cabinets. I want some, seriously.
Well, come on by.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Chrissy.
Thank you.
All right. And now we're going to get a quick word from our sponsor,
Kona Ice is a mobile shaved ice truck. It's not just about handing somebody a product, it's about entertaining them. They just feel happiness, even if it's just for a few minutes. We hear that all the time.
We've kind of made a niche working with small businesses.
He helped us expedite what we needed, and we were able to get this new truck that we have right now.
They are great citizens of this community.
This year we broke over $100,000 in give back money or donations.
And those are the type of people that we're excited to do business with.
All right, thank you. And so we are going to go, guess where? Back to our third installment of Iron Gate. So Jared, are you with us?
I am with you. How are you? Hopefully
Good.
You're not able to screen me yet. How are you?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm excited to take you downstairs to show you kind of where all the magic happens, where all of us agents are located, where we work. very hard, very diligently to try to get you that perfect home. So if you'd like, follow me. We're going to head on downstairs. We could have taken the elevator, but that would have been just too boring. So, all right, here we are. We are downstairs, kind of in the nerve center of Iron Gate. You will notice we have a lot of different printers, workstations set up around the office. We go through a crazy amount of paper, printing off documents, whatever it may be. So we have really good spaces to be able to do that. Also, a lot of the documents we use within our transactions are readily right at our fingertips. So we're going to walk in just a little bit more to one, maybe my second favorite part of the building, and that would be the kitchen. So we have a pretty much a full kitchen set up for our agents. For me, eating breakfast is a very, very important thing for me. So I order in all of my breakfast. I keep it here, throw it in the microwave in the morning, and I'm off starting my day on the right foot instead of drinking coffee all day. Now, the first office I want to show you is a very important guy, Brandon. He is our tech guy. He was a recent hire for us, and I'll tell you why it's so important. Today, 90% of home shoppers look on the internet first. So we need to shine. We need to be everywhere. So potential buyers, potential sellers, they know exactly where to find us. And Brandon is a whiz. He pushes all the buttons, pulls all the levers to make sure that our advertising goes seamlessly on Facebook, Twitter, you name it, we're out there. All right, and so we're going to walk down the halls just a little bit. These are all agent offices. So here at Iron Gate, I think we are up to 112 agents now. Not everybody works in our office. Some work at home, some are part-time, some are seasonal, whatever it may be. Everybody kind of has their own niche, and that's okay. Now in this hallway, once again, we have a lot of agent offices, but we also have what are called bullpens. And so agents that only come in part-time, this is a good, quiet place for them to be able to work, do their contracts, do whatever they need to do to help make them successful. Now, on the very end, our building, we have our big conference room. Now, we like to use this space not only to hold our meetings, but we like to hold meetings for the whole community. So if we have a chamber meeting, we're running out of space, we'll come down there. We'll try to utilize the space. We have TVs so we can run video, whatever we need. It is basically at the push of a button, and it's all here for us just to make us even more successful. And in our last hallway, you guessed it once again, a lot of offices for our agents, so we can have a nice quiet space to be able to work. So we made basically a big circle here, but the design of our office was very specific. Our CEO wanted to make sure all of our agents had a very good, quiet place to work where we can be creative and serve our clients to our best of our ability. So that is kind of the nerve center of our office. This is where most of the work gets done, and for me, a lot of food gets eaten. So on our last installment, we're going to talk about the home buying and selling process just a little bit more in depth, so you have a good idea of what you need to be doing when it's time to buy or sell.
All right, very good information for us to have. We'll be looking forward to the next installment.
All right, thank you so very much. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you. All right. Okay, and so now we are going to go to our next guest, and it will be Elizabeth from True North of Columbia.
Yes.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Okay, I'm live. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm here to talk about our organization, True North, which we are also a part of the Columbia Chamber of Commerce. And we are nonprofit, and I think this is a great opportunity to talk about who we are, what we do, and make sure that people understand that this resource is available for them. So we are Boone County's only domestic and sexual violence victim services program. We serve victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, stalking, anything that feels kind of in that category. We've been in the community for over 38 years. We are very passionate about serving victims and survivors, and we'll serve everyone in the gender spectrum. So I want people to know that whether you're a man, a woman, or identify with either or none, we will serve you. Historically, these issues have been predominantly affecting women, but we're seeing that they, especially as the years have gone by, that men are also affected by domestic and sexual violence. So we are available. So we have two facilities. One is a confidential shelter operated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We also have in the shelter a hotline that is also operated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So what I need people to understand is that if you are in crisis, if you are, you experience domestic violence, you have nowhere to go, or you do have a place to go, the first thing to do is to call that number. So 1-800-548-2480. An advocate will be available in Columbia 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you just want to talk, you don't necessarily have to come into the shelter or come receive non-residential services. They're there to process with you and to be that emotional support when you need it the most. So in the shelter, we have capacity for about 30 beds. We accept women and children. Men would be, historically would have been housed in a hotel. They are now too. But we're also, because of the COVID pandemic, putting people in hotels first, and then making sure that they're asymptomatic, and then bringing them into the shelter. So there's just a little change in the protocol. But historically, men are the ones that are housed in the shelter only, and then the women would come into, housed in the hotel, and then the women would come into the shelter. We have a very great approach to case management. We do something called the holistic approach, which means that we have different strategies in addressing domestic violence and sexual violence, and knowing that everybody's different and everybody's circumstance is different. So we have a skills development center inside of the shelter. We have a serenity room for meditation and prayer. We have counseling, all master's level counselors, a children's program with a wonderful children's program coordinator, support groups, ongoing case management, and housing advocacy, because the shelter is short term. So we need to make sure that those residing in shelter have the support they need to get permanent housing. Then we have the non-residential services. So non-residential services is designed for those who they have a safe place to stay, or they do not need shelter and have the resources. But what they really need is more of an emotional support. Maybe they need strategies on how to leave an abusive relationship or how to cope with the violence. We have a domestic violence victim advocate, a sexual violence victim advocate. So people that are specialized in helping to address those issues. We have a counselor. The counselor has a team of 3, 2 at the non-res, 1 at the resident at the shelter. And again, master's level, we do support groups. We provide hospital advocacy. So if somebody is in the hospital because of a domestic violence incident or a sexual assault, they'll have the opportunity to call us and we will respond. We have a Dove advocate and non-res coordinator, very important role for True North. They help those seeking services navigate the law, navigate the court system. They're not attorneys, but they can help navigate things like orders of protection and just the legal system. We have a great relationship with Columbia Police Department, Boone County Sheriff's Department, and we're always working to improve those relationships. However, just because you come to True North, you are not obligated to make a report. I want to be very clear. The services are completely free and completely confidential, so you don't have to fear that anybody will know. We will meet you where you're at. So just the first thing is to just call that hotline, and they will triage whether you need shelter, whether you need non-red services. But the service is here. We are excited to serve you. We are looking forward to being able to support you. This is a mission that is very near and dear to my heart, and I know that all of those working at True North. So please give us a call if you need help, even if it's just to talk. Thank you so much. You can find out more on our Facebook page and always give us a call.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. What important information for us all to have.
Thank you.
Of course, we appreciate hearing from you. All right, and so now I want to introduce our next guest, and that would be the ACA, American Club Association. And I believe we'll start with the video and then we'll hear from Les.
Welcome to ACA Business Club Columbia. Let's take a tour of the facility. We'll go through the barn doors to our executive training room where we have state-of-the-art equipment available. We have a 65-inch presentation monitor and a high-definition projector with accommodating whiteboards. And we also have a monitor for the presenter to use as they review their notes. Current seating is for 18 in a classroom style, but we can accommodate up to 24 in classroom style and up to 30 in seminar style. As we walk across to our executive boardroom, we see a 7-foot round table and seating for 10. This room also features the dual monitors for presentation and notes as well. We'll now go out into our lounge area where we have comfortable seating for social time or to work from if you'd like. There are plugs and Wi-Fi available throughout, fiber optic Wi-Fi available. And we have a presentation stage as well for making remarks and also for could accommodate a small ensemble if that were needed for a special event. Our cafe area has a variety of seating options, including bar seating at the cafe or at one of the custom-made wrought iron and wood bars that we had made for the space. And in the cafe area itself, we have an ice maker, a kegerator, and a wine refrigerator, in addition to recycling. We also have hardwired bulk coffee and then individually available single cup coffee. Everything you'll need for a meeting, a work away from home, or if we have a special event as well. We're going to head now out of the cafe area into one of the 2 ADA bathrooms that we have, spacious and nicely decorated. And then we'll head into the kitchen area where we have a full appliance suite, including stove, oven, microwave, refrigerator, dishwasher, even washer and dryer, so that we're prepared if we want to cater for a special occasion or if any of our members wants to bring lunch and heat it up while they're here. And that's our ACA Business Club Columbia. We hope you will enjoy using the space and look forward to seeing you here. If you would like information about rental or membership in ACA Business Club, contact us at lily.vianello@acanetwork.org.
All right, I believe we have Les here joining us.
We do. How are you again, Adonica?
It is good to see you, Les. Wow, that's quite a lot you've gotten done. I was there pre-COVID and it was not finished yet.
Oh, it is fabulous now. And I've got my ACA Business Club hat on now. So you saw you did the full tour. So it is up and running. We do hybrid meetings on a weekly basis, some virtual people, some in person, always meeting the guidelines as provided by the health department. But we think that great things happen when people connect. Our club is all about building quality relationships, providing professional and personal development, as well as offering marketing opportunities for businesses in Columbia. I might also say that the business club is perfect for a branch office for those individuals that just need to get away. It's open 24/7 for members. Also, you have the ability to visit clubs around the rest of the nation, especially here in Missouri. There are clubs in Lee Summit and North Kansas City, even in Overland Park, Kansas, as well as Chesterfield, Missouri. And then you also have a club up in Chicago. So there are reciprocal benefits for all members to visit all clubs. This is the brainchild of our owners, John Schrum and Lily Vianello. And you are welcome to call us to find out more about the ACA Business Club. We do Friday morning coffees in which we network and we connect with individuals in all sorts of businesses, nonprofit organizations, and municipal and governmental organizations. So if you want to look at getting more information, contact General Managers John Schrum or Lily Vianello. Phone number is 573-808-4992. Or you can contact Lily at lily.vianello@acanetwork.org. We are here to help you make the connections that will work for your business. Any other questions, Adonica?
Nope, Les, you do such a great job of covering it all.
Well, then I don't get to talk to you as much. That's no good.
I know, we can chat. But look, I know we're going to see you again.
Yes, you will. And thank you again for everything that you and the Chamber are doing today to open up the community.
Thank you so much, Les. We appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
We are now going to hear a word from our sponsor, Hawthorne Bank.
It's called Daily Living Orthotics and Bracing. So we do custom bracing, but we also do diabetic footwear. We focus only on veterans.
He wants to provide a great service for veterans, and I think he takes great pride in doing that.
You have to have somebody who trusts you.
I don't need to get in his way of operating his business because he knows his business.
I'm not typical when it comes to what I'm doing, and Ryan is very smart. He doesn't talk to me like a banker, and that's valuable. You know, I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Thank you, Hawthorne Bank. We are now going to go to our next guest, and we have Mark joining us from the SCDC. Mark, are you with us?
I am. How are you?
Good.
So for anyone not familiar with the SBDC, we offer all types of assistance to small businesses with 500 employees or less. And I think that's most people, right?
It's called Daily Living Orthotics and Bracing. So we do custom bracing, but we also do.
All of our services are at low to no cost. And our only goal is for you to be successful.
All right, Mark, are you hiding yourself from us?
I am. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can talk to your name. So can you tell us again what SBDC stands for?
I'm sorry, you keep breaking up.
Oh, can you tell us what SBDC stands for again?
Oh, is Small Business Development. What is it? A Small Business Development Center? We used to have a T, right? It used to be a T, a Small Business and Technology Development Center. Now it's just Small Business Development Center. But yeah, so we're funded by the SBA to assist small business owners. Yeah. Now, in addition to the Small Business Development Center, I also work for Missouri Procurement Technical Assistance Center, which is funded through the Department of Defense to assist people or to get government contracts and also certifications to assist them with getting government contracts.
All right. And Mark, how can they find you?
Well, the easiest way is to shoot me an email at Christian MA, CHRISTIANMA at Missouri.edu. Or my cell is 636-357-5745. That's 636-357-5745.
All right. And so for anybody who needs help with any small business development, Mark would be happy to take care of you. And if you missed his phone number or his email address, I am 100% sure that the chamber can put you in contact with Mark. So let's go to our next guest. Our next guest is, you guessed it, installment 4 of Iron Gate Realty, Jared.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm back for installment number 4. So we have talked a little bit about, or a lot about Iron Gate and the process of how we do our job in the building we do our job. But now I want to talk a little bit more about you as the potential buyer or seller. You know, what do you do? That is typically the very first question everybody has is, you know, how do I start? And how you start is by interviewing, I would say, at least 2 or 3 different real estate agents just to see what they can provide as far as marketing. You know, a lot of us, we fill out the same forms. So, you know, you really want to look at who's really going to take care of you throughout the whole entire process. You know, and that's our job, to stay with you, to advise you, to negotiate for you. So in that interview process, ask a lot of questions about that. You know, how are you going to serve me? How are you going to market? And so on. And then I would say step number 2 is you need to contact a lender. And in my opinion, shopping local is the very best bet. The reason for that is if you have a business that you can walk directly into, you can ask a lot of questions to an actual person instead of just picking up the phone. It just makes the process so much easier and it becomes even more streamlined. So once again, you know, just don't talk to one, talk to 2 or 3 different lenders just to see what products they have out there, what they can provide you and how they can assist you, and just to make sure they're going to be with you every step of the way. Now it's time to look. In today's age, 90% of home shopping goes on the internet. So whenever we list a property, it goes into our MLS and it gets directly shot to Zillow and Trulia. So that's where a lot of people look first. And so if you do find a property that you really do like, you found an agent that you feel very comfortable with, well, now it's time to go look at property. Okay, and that real estate agent, you know, if they're doing a good job with you, you know, they're going to be able to show the property all the information about that property. If there has been any issues, they should be able to pick that up and just be able to guide you through that process. And then once you found the actual home that you want to make your forever home, well, now it's time to make an offer. In this process, you know, we're going to negotiate price on different terms, how much money you want to put down, if you need any type of earnest money. And so once again, your real estate agent, you know, they have to be very careful how they're filling out those forms to make sure you're getting the best deal that you can possibly get. So once the contract has been accepted by both sides, well, now we need to really take a look at the bones of the house. And so we're going to hire an inspector to come through and look through that house from head to toe. And that is their job, to find out every minute detail about that house, just to give you a good idea if you're walking into a money pit or you're walking into a very structurally sound home. In that process, the inspector is going to look at the house. He's going to give you a detailed report about the house, and then we get to negotiate once again. What is that seller going to fix? You know, what do they not really need to fix? What's major and what's minor? So typically in that process, we're always looking for the major items to get fixed first. So, you know, if there's a hole in your roof, HVAC system is going shut. We really want to look at those items and be able to negotiate for you when you move into the house, that your house is what it's supposed to be. Once we have negotiated the inspection process, well, now it goes all to the lender. They have a lot of things that they need to do as far as underwriting. They need to do an appraisal just to make sure that house is worth, what you're actually going to be paying for it. So that process takes around 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how quick the market is, how fast it's going, how slow it's going, just so the lenders can work really hard to get your approval done. A couple days before we close, we will do a final walkthrough of the property just to make sure it is in the condition that you would think it would be in before you purchase the property. Once we've done the final walkthrough, everything looks good to go. Well, now it's closing time. That's the celebration. That's the best part of the entire transaction. And for me, being able to see both buyer and seller, seller, being able to sell their house, and then the buyer getting their home that they absolutely love. For me, that is the absolute best part of this entire transaction. When we can walk away from the table, we give hugs, high fives. Well, maybe not hugs in this point in time, but it's a time for celebration. And nothing makes my heart any happier when we can get through the transaction, whether there's bumps in the road, whether there's not. But to be able to get you to that house, that's what I'm here for. So that's basically the process in a nutshell. Yeah, there is some more things to it. But once again, first step, don't try to fix a bunch of things. Hire a real estate agent that you can trust and is going to do a good job for you, and they will lead the way and get the rest done for you. So once again, this is installment number 4. Thank you so much, Columbia, for letting me get in front of you a little bit to speak. And if it comes time, Iron Gate is a good home. So thank you.
Thank you, Jared. It was nice seeing you guys' office and learning all about what you do, where you work. And of course, this last installment gives us great info for buying or selling.
Absolutely. Thank you. And if you have any more questions, just give us a call.
All right. That's what they'll do. They'll give you a call at Iron Gate.
All right. Thank you.
So we are going to move to our next guest, and we should have Stephen with Fisher House here. Stephen, can you hear me?
Let's see. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can. Good.
Yes.
Okay. I'm representing the Friends of Mid-Missouri Fisher House, and the Friends of Mid-Missouri Fisher House is a local 501c3 nonprofit partner with the Fisher House Foundation as well as Truman VA. Our purpose is to heighten awareness for the Fisher House program, to raise money towards the construction of that new house, and to provide assistance once the house is open. For nearly 30 years, the Fisher House program has served families whose patients are receiving health care, medical care at major military and VA medical centers. These Fisher houses offer free temporary lodging to families, allowing them to be close to their loved ones during a medical crisis and to focus on what's important, and that is the healing process. All of these houses are professionally furnished and decorated. They feature a common kitchen, dining room, living room upon completion, and individual suites. We know that the Fisher House to be built here in Columbia at Truman VA will be a 16-suite house. And that means that it can accommodate 16 to 32 family members 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The Fisher House program operates where the Fisher House Foundation is responsible for building and furnishing the Fisher House. Once it is completed, it is gifted to the government agency. And in this case, in Columbia, it will be gifted to Truman VA. That house will be on the campus of Truman VA. Then the medical center will be responsible for the upkeep and maintenance of the house, as well as the salaries of the staff that are working in the Fisher House. The Friends of Mid-Missouri Fisher House will be in a role of helping, raising awareness, raising money for incidental needs and emergency needs. And if we can do the video at this point, then we'll listen to Ken Fisher from the Fisher House Foundation.
And so we want to build the best possible product that we can.
I'm gonna start it over. Sorry, guys.
When you look at what my family does, our roots are in construction and development. So the premise behind the beginning of Fisher House was Zach saying, you know, I'm a builder. I can get an architect. You know, I know how to do this. And so we want to build the best possible product that we can, because what we're trying to do here is not only help military families in their time of need, but also to honor their service. When you really break down the house, it's not just a roof over your head. That obviously is important, but the byproduct is what goes on inside the house. And so we've nurtured that. From a design standpoint, we've nurtured that kind of a feeling. So the way the houses are laid out, or the common areas are laid out, it's easy to sit down and talk to each other. You know, having these houses grow was important because we wanted to try and keep up with the need. But as they grew in size, the one thing that we just did not want to happen and really fought was to keep the feel of the Fisher House small, even though the house had grown. It never, ever gravitated into a hotel environment. The support system that happens in these houses, that's actually the brick and mortar that holds them together. And that starts with the Fisher House manager, and then it kind of works its way down to the families, and the families will come in, and then the other families will embrace them, and they become one big family within the confines of the house. So the house is like its own community. It's absolutely incredible to watch. No matter what the metrics are, how much money you save, how many days of lodging, those are all numbers. When it comes down to it, you've made a difference in their lives, and that's what my uncle wanted to do.
So the Mid-Missouri Fisher House is one of 12 sites approved for construction beyond 2021. It is going to have 16 suites. It'll be a 3-story building right there on the campus of Truman, VA. It will obviously substantially help to meet unmet needs for veterans and their families who travel as far as 200 miles one way for medical care and treatment at Truman, VA. We know from our past experience and my time at Truman VA that there are many veterans who have foregone the benefit that they've earned by their service because they can't afford the travel and lodging costs to have family members accompany them to the facility. And the Fisher House will help meet that need. Now, we can get help, and you can help us make a difference in the following ways. You can become a partner through a donation to the Friends of Mid-Missouri Fisher House. You can sponsor or conduct a fundraiser that benefits Friends of Mid-Missouri Fisher House. You can support us by sharing information about that future Fisher House. You can identify potential organizations or individuals who might consider donating towards the Mid-Missouri Fisher House. And you can attend upcoming events. And hopefully we'll reach a point in the near future where we'll have some events that people can attend. Finally, when the house opens, there will be opportunities for folks to volunteer from the community to help that Fisher House and the families that are served. And I can throw it open to any questions that anybody might have at this point.
Thank you, Stephen. Lots of great information. Can you tell us again how we contact with you?
The website is www.midmofisherhouse.org. The telephone number is 573-723-1092. That's 573-723-1092. And Facebook page is Midmo Fisher House.
Midmo Fisher House. We've got it.
Correct.
Thank you so much for joining us, Stephen.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Of course, of course. Now let's hear another word from our sponsor, Hawthorne Bank.
Wallace Plumbing Incorporated is a plumbing company that does remodel, service, new construction, and light commercial.
Wallace Plumbing's been around for 30 years. Dale's been running it for 10.
I started there in 2002. They told me they'd let me know in 2 weeks if I could keep my job, and I never heard anything, so I guess we're okay.
I love those kind of situations where you have somebody that's running a business and then they have a chance to buy it and make it their own.
I had good credit and I had equity in the company.
And it was a pretty easy decision for us.
They make it very easy.
Thank you, Hawthorne. We have a familiar face back with us with his Vision Works hat on. Les, are you there?
I am there. Do we have our video to do the intro?
Oh, we're playing the Vision Works intro.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
okay.
Les.
Well, I can cover it here from here, but Penny, you may want to see if you can pull up our video for Vision Works, the sizzle reel one more time.
The same video.
Okay, if you start talking, we'll find you.
All right, that sounds good. I am Vision Works with this introduction. We're a full-service marketing agency, customer-centric, digital savvy, and market smart. For 25 years, we have as a goal to help our partners accomplish the marketing goals and achieve the success that they desire. We provide strategy, we provide coaching, placement, and creative for digital and traditional media. We listen to our clients and work tirelessly on their behalf. Our motto is don't spend more wisely. Vision Works as a marketing group, we are looking for the needs of our customers and to be able to fulfill them on the web. We have all the services from SEO to SEM. We have geo-targeting, geo-fencing, targeting your customers through digital display, all the way to digital video ads. We have the resources to help you spend more wisely. And many of those are fulfilled by our in-house audio studio and in-house video studio. You know how companies oftentimes try to break through the clutter of noise to get their message heard. Vision Works Marketing Group, we take time to understand what you have been doing and determine the best way to reach your target audience. We know each business has a unique position in the marketplace, and you can picture a life where you are on page 1 of Google searches, the number of your website visits grows every month, and your target audience is contacting you instead of you always having to reach out to them. Ultimately, your sales grow and you have peace of mind. Again, we are a full service marketing agency, both digital marketing and traditional marketing. We are available to make all of this happen for you and anybody else that you come across. You can reach us at 573-449-8567. Go to our website at visionworksgroup.com, or you can email us at les@visionworksgroup.com or Lily@visionworksgroup.com. Lily Villanello has been our owner and president for 25 years, and she understands the marketplace and can help your business grow.
Hi, I'm Ann from Job Finders.
Smack-a-doodle vodka. Vodka may not be the answer, but it's worth a shot.
There's that sizzle reel.
You got that sizzle reel going, didn't you?
We did.
Thank you, Donica, and thank you, Penny. And thanks to Chamber for allowing us to be a part of this virtual expo.
Thank you for joining us, Les. Okay, we will move to our next guest, and that would be Regina Rupert from Serenity Valley Winery.
Well, and Adonica, I apologize. Regina was on, but she has dropped from our presentation right now. Okay. Would it be okay if we went ahead and did the Columbia Art League video? Oh, wait.
If
no,
I'm not here.
I see her. Regina, hello. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Can you hear me now?
We can.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Penny, do you have that slideshow? So thank you for having me here this afternoon. And with Serenity Valley Winery, we've been here 9 years out here in Millersburg. And we're really excited about our upcoming event. We're doing a Kris Kringle Christmas market. I've always been in love with the German markets. Can you still hear me? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you, Regina.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell. So if you could go and show the Kris Kringle slide next. So joining us for Twinkling Lights, craft vendors, food trucks, wine, and fun. We're going to have Glühwein, the German mulled wine. We'll have about 25 vendors. We have Fresh Harvest Grill here. He will be doing some soups and some German dishes and some desserts. And kind of leading into the presentation two before this, Fisher House will be here selling raffle tickets for the dollhouse that they're going to be raffling off. And we hope you will come out to this event and also participate in their raffle for the Fisher House that day. It's really exciting, all the things we have to offer. We are going to be, the vendor tents will be outside. Everything will be really safe feeling, I believe. And inside our tent, it will be heated, so you can come in and warm up as you need to, and then go back out and do a little shopping. And so I really hope that some of you on November 28th from 4 to 8 p.m. can come in to that event. That said, we're going to have a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. They will be walking around, and you can take photos with Santa. It's not going to be a sit on Santa's lap, because we don't feel like that's COVID safe, but they'll be walking around, and you'll be able to, the kids will be excited about seeing Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they'll have some candy canes for them and some crayons so that they can color a photo. And so we're really excited about that. We also have a beautiful backdrop that you can use for taking photos with your friends and family and children. I think it's pretty warming, and we're all needing something uplifting for the holidays. And I hope you'll find that here at our Kris Kringle Market on November 28th. And as you see, we do have a beautiful tent. It's a 40 by 80 heated tent. And it will be available if you have a special event you'd like to book out here. It gives you a little bit more fresh air coming in. We do have two 170,000 BTU heaters in here that can be turned on when needed. We do rent it out, but we will also, going forward into January, we will be having game nights on Friday nights. And the best place I have found to post my events is on Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook is Serenity Valley Winery, and our Instagram is Serenity_Valley_Winery. And if you'll follow us on those two social medias, you'll know when we have events going on and activities going on. But it will be in January, Friday nights, we'll be having board game nights. You can bring your own board games, or I have some games you can choose from to play. We may or may not have movies in the background or music in the background for you. And then on pop-up Sunday mornings, we're going to be doing periodically brunches from 11 to 3, or 11 to 2, I'm sorry, 11 to 2. We will have music and different guest food vendors for our brunches. We're really looking forward to doing those things all summer. From May through October, we had live music every Saturday night. There was plenty of room to social distance, whether we had 100 people or 500 people. Everybody was safely social distanced from one another. We are blessed with unlimited space out here at Serenity Valley. So if you haven't visited us, please do so. We also do custom wine labels for your holiday gift giving and custom baskets for your holiday gift giving. So hopefully we'll be able to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Regina, for giving us all that information. Your upcoming event looks really interesting.
We're really excited about it. I've always wanted to do the German Christmas market.
And it looks like something for the whole family.
Yes, very family friendly.
That's nice. It's
And
nice
with
that
the
you have,
COVID, you know, I will say, you know, out here in Callaway, masks are not required. However, since things are shifting, if you want to wear a mask, feel free, and don't feel funny about it if you feel more comfortable that way. Maybe a nice fun holiday would be great.
All right, Regina. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We are going to now go and see a video from the Columbia Art League.
Hi everybody, this is Kelsey at the Columbia Art League, and I just wanted to show you really quickly some of the stuff we have in. Hey everybody, here's a quick tour of the members show called Give the Gift of Art. We haven't hung the tags yet. This is just our quick view through what the show looks like, which hopefully this is tantalizing enough for you to come in and see us. I don't have a lot of space for a longer video, so gotta just kind of get this done. So hopefully not making you feel pukey by how fast I'm moving, but we have a lot of good stuff: painting, photographs, jewelry, drawings, fibers pieces. We have like a handbag. We've got some wooden bowls. We've got this froggy steel sculpture guy. We have some really sweet paintings that would look good in any part of the house. We have some larger pieces like this Jennifer Wiggs piece here. Some really bright, beautiful color pieces. Again, functional work like bowls, all sorts of stuff to fill your house or somebody else's. We've got a really giant bright red painting there. Some bronze work. We've got quilts. I've got to unwrap this guy. So yeah, so this is my first look of seeing the show hung. I only saw a couple of pieces come in as artists were dropping off, and you never really know what it's going to look like until the whole show is hung. So this show is so big that we have to expand into our members gallery, our retail space, which is really fun. So it's nice to get surrounded by all sorts of good stuff. When an artist sells something from this show, they get to replace it with something else. So the more you buy, the more our artists will be supported and can bring in more work. Okay, thanks. Have a good one.
Restoration chiropractic is focused on restoring health and restoring life. We use advanced technology to assess your nervous system.
We use very gentle and specific technique for people of all ages.
We scheduled 7 appointments with 7 different banks on the same day. Hawthorne Bank was the only one that really dissected our business plan.
We wanted somebody who would be fully invested in our business.
If I don't understand what you're doing, what your goals are, then how can I really support you?
Anytime you talk to them, it's always like you're their top priority.
Just to see them grow and get so excited, I get excited.
Thank you to our sponsor, Hawthorne Bank. Let's hear now from Keegan Thompson with Epic. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Very good.
All right. So I'm Keegan Thompson with Simon Oswald Architecture. I am the current chair of Epic. I'm here to tell you all a little bit about us today. So Epic is the Emerging Professionals in Columbia. We are a division of the Chamber. We have an executive board, and we have a couple of smaller committees that set up and do all of our events. So for instance, our Education and Events Committee, they're the ones in charge of planning all of our events and lining up speakers and helping with sponsorships. So our next upcoming event is actually on December 10th at 5:30. It's going to be a virtual event. We're going to be doing a Zoom call along with playing games on Jackbox TV. Then we have our Community Involvement Committee, which they're the ones responsible for picking our community events where we go typically and help out a nonprofit. For instance, we went and helped Ronald McDonald House. We painted there. We've helped decorate for different events at different places. We do cleanup at different places whenever we can. Then we have our Marketing and Membership Committee, which is responsible for our social media posts, helping to write our newsletter, and just getting Epic out there in general to the public and letting everyone know what we're about. Our executive committee, we currently have 10 members. We can have up to 15, so if you know anyone that's interested, have them reach out. But we are just here to kind of introduce the younger generation to the chamber and help them kind of start get more active in the Columbia community to help make Columbia a better place and make it as great as we can. That is everything. I'm going to drop our page for on the chamber in the chat if anyone's interested. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is Epic Como, and on Facebook it's Emerging Professionals in Columbia.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, AD.
All right, take care. We are now going to hear from Blake Morris. And I believe Blake is here, LMKO.
I am here. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, excellent. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Blake Morris. I'm with IMCO Workforce Solutions, and I am part of the strategic management of contracts and sales, and have had the grand opportunity of being an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm very proud about that part, as well as joining as a co-chair for the membership committee. Being involved with the Chamber has been incredible for me. It's great to be a part of such a close-knit group, and if I were to say so, it's been a very valuable part to my business. At IMCO, we do temporary to hire staffing or direct hire staffing. The differences are that you either look for a complete transaction all-in-one in finding your candidate, or you could have a test drive of a candidate from that temporary status to a full-time status. And we do various lines of items that, or I should say products that we work with. We work with a different line of, say, manufacturers to warehousing. And we also work with the community involved with clerical areas. if you need an RN or a CN in the medical field, we find those for you as well. Part of that, with all of that being involved, you can imagine the workforce has been challenged in recent times, and the COVID virus has really put a test to not just humanity itself, but when you think of it from a business aspect, it's very difficult to find people that are challenged or vulnerable to the virus and things of that nature. And so we've had to do a swing shift of many different hats on the way we operate. So with that in mind, we have to comply with safety standards that are enforced at each individual workplace. So if you were, for example, if you were on a line of individuals that were working in a manufacturing environment, you would have to be looking at the 6-foot issue, whether the masks are, mandatory in the sense of how many people are you in contact with. It's a big challenge, and we've actually had to do some tracing at one point in time with the city involved, and it's a big sword. So I would certainly say that as we hear of the viruses, depending upon how close the virus is cut into your family, imagine working with people that in your environment, and we try to make everything as safe as possible. Now, part of that is working with the chamber, because we do get immediate updates on everything that happens at the city council, at the city level, at the state level, county level. And we use that information as part of our research in making sure that all of the people, our associates that we place out onto your positions, have knowledge of this. We are in a volatile time right now, and information is key to being successful in this environment. We try to look at our business from two different standpoints. We're a liaison for a company, for example, if there's a corporation, and we also help try to find an individual looking for positions. In this current environment, we see the unemployment rate is amazingly high, and it is coming down. But I think for Columbia, we've always been challenged with a workforce dilemma, and it's now just adding a little bit more to that. I would say that, looking at your resources, and if we looked at ours, there are a few others in our business and line of business that will say that, we can't find enough people to work these positions. And you're not talking about just, the normal $10 job. We're talking up to $25 an hour, and then salaried employees. We're still having challenges, especially in healthcare. It's very difficult. However, we don't look at those as so much as a negative as we do as an opportunity. It's giving somebody that is looking for a position a start on a career path, and we really enjoy that part, because it's completing not just that individual's goals of providing for himself, but for his family or her family. And we look at that as a great place to help our community reach its potential. So as we look at the times like now, it is very difficult. Some people would ask, what is IMCO? Well, we've been around for close to 50 years. We're in our 48th year, and we are the third generation of this business. And we hold it dearly, because the family itself has struggled through many times. As we all know, back in 2009, it was a troubled times for a lot of people in the industry. And I think weathering the storm is great, and the fact that we are financially stable. And we've gone through these changes. Of course, everybody has those ups and those downs and those types of environments, but surviving them like we are trying to survive this time around with COVID, and helping out other businesses reach what they need as far as their staffing to keep their businesses alive. We get in not close contact, I should say, 6 feet with distance, but we try to get close to them with a sense of trying to find out what their needs are. And we're not just a place to find staffing, but also consulting. We try to do that at our very best of helping people get to where they need to be. So with that, when you think about staffing in itself, a lot of people have questions of saying that it might be expensive. But actually, when you think about the temp to hire business from that standpoint, you are looking at a place where you could possibly be wanting to try out somebody for a more permanent position. It's not as expensive as you would think unless if you understand what the real costs are involved in bringing a transfer. So if you had a temporary person that you are looking to employ, IMCO would be supplying you that individual for 90 days. We'd be paying the workman's comp and their salaries within the costs that we provided you. So a lot of misnomers are in there with, what how expensive staffing is. It truly isn't, because if you look inside of those numbers, it's quite affordable in the sense that you may not need that individual for a longer period, or that you're looking for someone you want to test out that employment. Now, with that, you look at some of the companies that look to staffing, and those can range anywhere from the hospitals, which are in desperate needs for our RNs and CNs. We work with a lot of companies in the heavy manufacturing, like Hubble, like also some companies like OatesCon. You're looking at people that are into that business. As far as supporting a lot of our community, we work with a great company called Linen King, and they work with a lot of the hospitals. And it's not just the positions we look for. We look for everything for example, Linen King supervisors, all the way up the chain of management. So we don't just look for the entry level, we look for the mid-level, and as well as other places that we can help you with as far as management skills and things of that nature. So I think I've done as much as I can in that few minutes, but certainly enjoy the questions. And I'm going to throw this one out to you. I'm going to have a quiz on a couple of questions, and we'll review them on Monday. But if you choose to pass this test, it will be sent out, and it's under Blake M at mco.com. So you'll get a $25 gift certificate if you get all of them right. Again, that's Blake M at mco.com. And let's think of the ways that you think of how MCO serves the community. Those are the questions that we'll be going after. Should you wish to engage that test, just shoot me an email and we'll send it to you and see what you think. I hope that's enough. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
That was perfect, Blake. And tell us again how we get the quiz.
It is, you can send it to Blake, BLAKEM at imko.com.
All right, Blake. Hopefully we'll have some folks take you up on that. Who doesn't want a $25 gift card?
We'll do it on Monday as the review, and we'll send it out immediately.
Okay, thank you for joining us, Blake.
Thank you.
And now we are going to have our next guest, and they're coming to us through video, and it is TLC, Total Lending Concepts.
Okay. Ready? All right, boys. Hello, I'm Greg Delani, and I'm sitting here with Ross Kulik. So hey, Ross, let's talk about Total Lending Concepts. We're a local mortgage company, and Ross is the manager. So tell me about Total Lending.
Well, Greg, we offer a full gamut of products. We offer VA, FHA, USDA loans, as well as conventional loans. We're a veteran-owned company. We've been in Missouri for about 8 years now. I personally have 25 years of experience, and our company has well over 100 years combined experience with everybody involved.
So you and I are local boys, aren't we?
Correct.
So, we have our roots here in mid-Missouri. So tell me about, I mean, everybody wants to know about Corona, right? So, I mean, how are you managing through Corona? What are you doing? I want to buy a house, okay? And I want a loan on it. So, I mean, I'm saying, well, are these guys even available?
Yeah, Greg, we're available. You can call us. We can do Zoom meetings with our clients. We can do phone meetings. We can also do in-person, socially distanced, masked up meetings if you prefer to have that. We're available to you guys so that all of your questions get answered and your home buying experience is enjoyable and easy.
So if I have a realtor that I like really well, I mean, do you guys work with the realtors?
Oh, absolutely. We work with all realtors in town. Many of us have lots of experience and have realtor partners we work with as well. So if you don't have somebody, we're happy to refer you to somebody that we feel that would best suit your needs and what you're looking for and what you need. Other than that, you can find your own as well if you'd like to have your own realtor.
Yeah. So, this time of year, I get really, really kind of I suppose almost emotional about Thanksgiving and the things that I'm really glad about. And so I think from my standpoint, I'm so thankful to be a part of the community and to offer the service that we have. And how much experience do you guys have? I mean, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, we've all done loans for quite a while. I've personally been in the business, like I said, for 25 years. This is my 25th. We've got several very experienced loan officers in our local offices as well.
Okay. So, and then, you know, if I was Joe Public out there, I'd be saying, well, you know, why should I use these guys? You know, why Total Lending Concepts? I mean, what's up with that? Why should I favor them over somebody else? So, what do you guys do for the community?
We're involved in several charities. We work with Love Inc. We work with Phoenix Programs. We work with Boys and Girls Clubs. We're also open to any other charity events that come to us through our marketing team as well. We like to help our community, and we're very involved in that. We're currently running a special for all of our, what we would consider our hometown heroes, our teachers, our firefighters, our policemen, our EMTs, our nurses. Right now we've got specials running for them as well.
So what I'm hearing you say then is that you're a big part of the community.
We'd like to be, yes.
And Total Lending Concepts with the loan officers. So you're interactive with the realtors in town. They know who you are. So if you talk to your realtor, they're gonna know who we are, and you guys are out in the community. Okay. So and then I really wanted to zero back in on giving back, because I think that's really important to a lot of folks, especially today. I mean, everybody's hurting with Corona, and I mean it's real. So give us a little bit more about how you are in particular dealing with the Corona. Are you letting people work at home, for instance?
Sure, yeah. We've got all of our people have the options to work from home. They can come into the office. They're asked to close their doors, wear masks in meetings, hand washing stations all over the office, things like that. We've been adaptable. People these days are able to work from their computers and phones in this industry, so that happens quite a bit.
So again, if I needed a loan for refinance, or if I needed a loan to buy a house or whatever, can I just call you guys? I mean, is it you have a phone number and I just call you?
Yeah, you can call me, you can call my cell phones, you can go on our website, tlclender.com. Locally, you can call us, you can find all of our cell phones online, you can get in touch with us 24/7 pretty much.
Wow, okay, that's great. And I think that's the thing that, you know, we live in a convenient society. And so a lot of people want to just, you know, be convenient. And so I think that's fantastic that you guys do that.
Thank you so much, Greg. And always nice to hear about TLC. And I know you guys do a lot for the community as well, so we appreciate you. Looks like coming up, we have Brockmeyer Financial Services. Greg, are you with us?
Yes, I am, Adonica. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. Can't complain. You guys are doing a great job with the expo so far.
Thank you. It's been really good.
Yeah, understandable.
All right.
So my name is Greg Brockmeyer. I'm with Brockmeyer Financial Services here in Columbia. We are a full-service financial advisory firm. We work with first, second generation business owners, busy professionals, and their families. And that kind of is what we're going to talk about today. Finance and the economy have become huge talking points throughout 2020 with COVID, the election, and it was already a pretty volatile marketplace on top of all of that. Well, we've tried to take a pretty proactive stance on educating our clients and everyone really. And so on our website, we've been posting a lot of blogs, resources that all can be found on our resources tab on brockmeyerfinancialservices.com. One of our most recent posts is sparking meaningful family conversations. And with the holidays coming up, family is going to be everything, especially this year. During the holidays, it's always important to appreciate family. And a big part of that is opening up about family finances, talking about money and the concerns around those. What's your plan and how can your family share in that? What kind of plan does your parents have in place? Where are those important documents at? For a lot of people, though, starting that conversation can be pretty difficult. And so what we like to do is give people some tools to help in that process. We don't have any holiday sales or anything like a lot of people had on today's show. But I wanted to break down that process that we use into kind of 3 points that everyone can use to begin that conversation with their family. The first step is really just to acknowledge that something needs to be discussed. Often there's a lot of assumptions or things left unsaid with family finances. And I'll be real honest, it can be kind of unsettling or there can be some discomfort at first starting those. But just opening with something like, there's something we need to talk about as a family. It's okay, everything's good. And I think it'll be better for us as a family together. And that can help get past that uncomfortable stage, just breaking the ice like that. Once that ice has been broken, so to speak, focus on open-ended questions. What charities or giving organizations are important to you this year? What are some of the most important life lessons that you've learned about money or in general? How do you want to be remembered? And these questions can get kind of heavy. There's more questions on that website, brockmeyerfinancialservices.com. But the point is to get the dialogue flowing about family, how family members think about money, life, and what values are going to be important to pass along. From here, you can unpack things more fully, and this is going to be more on a personal level. Retirement goals, estate plans and wills, medical powers of attorney. These are all important documents and important points to go over, but it's probably going to be more important to look at those on an individual level. This year might actually be better for that. People are going to be having much smaller gatherings and it's going to be close family, a little bit more intimate. So starting those conversations might actually be easier. But pick just one or two of those things to talk about rather than the whole big picture. If you focus on that too much, it's really easy to get lost in the weeds, lose focus, and it makes following up on those conversations that much harder. And that's kind of our last point. Set up some time after the holidays to go over these topics in more detail. The holidays should always remain lighthearted and just a fun time. And some of these topics can get kind of heavy and can kind of take away from that. It doesn't mean they shouldn't be shared. Final wills or legacy planning, business succession. Those are all important and should be planned for, but maybe shouldn't be discussed over turkey at Thanksgiving. But before everyone goes their separate ways, set up some time for a group Zoom like this or a conference call where everybody can kind of regroup and talk about some of these things in more detail. The hard part of the conversation is already over, and it makes continuing that discussion that much easier. And that's really all I have for today. Start a conversation, open-ended questions during that conversation, and then make sure you set up some time to follow up. That's really kind of the closure to the process itself, is making sure that you follow up. For more specific ideas on how to start a conversation or advice on any financial topic, of course, you can reach out to us. My email is greg.brockmeyer@brockmeyerfinancialservices.com. The same website, brockmeyerfinancialservices.com, or we're always available by phone, 573-442-6146.
Thank you so much, Greg. And we just want to take a moment to thank you for being a Small Business Committee co-chair.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a great time to be a part of this process. The Small Business Committee in Columbia is fantastic, as all of you know. And I think during this year, especially where we can add a lot of value to the small businesses, is extremely important. So it's just been a great opportunity to be a part of it.
You are absolutely right. And this was a challenging year, so we appreciate your service.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And now we will have another word from our sponsor, Hawthorne Bank.
Moon Yoga Studio is a vinyasa studio. For about a year and a half, I did pop-up classes around town and just kind of started building the brand without having the studio. The space came available and I sent my business plan over and it all worked out and they've been really awesome.
Not every bank would say, we're willing to work with a small business that doesn't need a huge loan, but those are the ones that really become great people for the community and great people for Hawthorne Bank.
If we can get another small business in Columbia, I would hand them to Hawthorne in a heartbeat.
Welcome to ACA Business Club Columbia. Let's take a tour of the facility. We'll go through the barn doors to our executive training room where we have state-of-the-art equipment available. We have a 65-inch presentation monitor and a high-definition projector with accommodating whiteboards. And we also have a monitor for the presenter to use as they review their notes. Current seating is for 18 in a classroom style, but we can accommodate up to 24 in classroom style and up to 30 in seminar style. As we walk across to our executive boardroom, we see a 7-foot round table and seating for 10. This room also features the dual monitors for presentation and notes as well. We'll now go out into our lounge area where we have comfortable seating for social time or to work from if you'd like. There are plugs and Wi-Fi available throughout, fiber optic Wi-Fi available. And we have a presentation stage as well for making remarks and also for could accommodate a small ensemble if that were needed for a special event. Our cafe area has a variety of seating options, including bar seating at the cafe or at one of the custom-made wrought iron and wood bars that we had made for the space. And in the cafe area itself, we have an ice maker, a kegerator, and a wine refrigerator, in addition to recycling. We also have hardwired bulk coffee and then individually available single cup coffee. Everything you'll need for a meeting, a work away from home, or if we have a special event as well. We're going to head now out of the cafe area into one of the 2 ADA bathrooms that we have, spacious and nicely decorated. And then we'll head into the kitchen area where we have a full appliance suite, including stove, oven, microwave, refrigerator, dishwasher, even washer and dryer, so that we're prepared if we want to cater for a special occasion or if any of our members wants to bring lunch and heat it up while they're here. And that's our ACA Business Club Columbia. We hope you will enjoy using the space and look forward to seeing you here. If you would like information about rental or membership in ACA Business Club, contact us at lily.vianello@acanetwork.org.
That was our video tour of the new ACA digs. I believe Les is back to talk to us more about it.
And are you hanging in there today, Adonica?
I am.
You are doing a wonderful job, just like everybody at the chamber along with you. So great effort. Thank you all for your work today. Just a little bit of the highlights of ACA Business Club beyond the tour. It's a great facility, especially built by Lily Vianello and John Schrum, who are the general managers and owners. And it is a great way to start making connections with business community leaders in the city of Columbia. The club is based upon building quality relationships, providing professional and personal development, and then offering marketing opportunities for you and your business as you open up your sphere of influence, we can say. I also want to mention to everybody that the club has an open invitation if you contact us for coffees on Fridays so that you can see more about the club and learn more about this private enterprise that is there to fit the business community of Columbia. There is also a 24/7 opportunity to use the club for many of the things that you want for your second office. We also have reciprocal relationships with Chesterfield, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Lee Summit, Missouri, and North Kansas City, so that if you're traveling around the state, you have an opportunity to carry everything you want with you and to have a business facility to help you use it from there. If you're interested in learning more, you can contact one of our representatives, such as John Shrum or Lily Vianello. Phone number 573-808-4992. And you can also contact Lily at lily.vianello@acanetwork.org. The ACA Business Club is an opportunity for you to increase your network. Thank you. And anything else, Donica?
No, Les, I think that is absolutely it. We've learned so much about the ACA, one hat, and then VisionWorks with another. So thank you for keeping us so informed.
Well, you know what? The more hats we wear, the more people we get to see, right?
I agree.
Well, thank you, Donica, and thank you to the Chamber for the event all day.
Thank you. And speaking of wearing different hats, our next business up, our next organization is the Missouri Women's Business Center. And so I'm going to take off my MC hat and put on my Missouri Women's Business Center coaching hat, because I am a part-time coach at the Missouri Women's Business Center, and I'd love to tell you a little bit about what we do. So we provide resources for women and men also who are starting a business or who are trying to grow a business, or if they need help securing financing, or if they need help getting ready to apply for a city grant, then we are here to help with those things. We have a great staff with lots and lots of business experience across a lot of different professions. So we provide resources, support, and networks for people looking to grow or start their own business. And so we are currently serving 8 counties in Missouri. And those are Audrain County, Boone, Callaway, Cooper, Howard, Onatopp, and Osage. We are a program of the Central Missouri Community Action. So just a little bit about the services we provide. We provide classes, workshops, networking opportunities, economic resourcing, individual business training, and counseling. So you can get all those services through the Missouri Women's Business Center. And you can find Missouri Women's Business Center at mowbc.org. That is mowbc.org. And if you are interested in getting coaching, then you can just go to the website, go to the bottom where it says Get Started, Client Information, click that, put all your information in there. And Sarah, our wonderful administrator, will reach out to you to schedule an appointment with one of our coaches. So we are there for you all the time. We love working with businesses in this community. And if you look on the website or on our Facebook page, there are so many success stories of people who have worked with the Women's Business Center and gotten their businesses off the ground, grown their businesses. I will say personally, one thing that we've been helping people a lot with these days is marketing and preparing for those city grants that have been going on since COVID. And so if you're thinking ahead, thinking that another round of grants will be coming up, you want to get some help on what you need to prepare for that so that you're ready to apply so it opens, then just give us a call and we'll be happy to help you with that. So again, that's the Missouri Women's Business Center. You can find us on Facebook, Missouri Women's Business Center, or at mowbc.org. All right, so I'm taking my Missouri Women's Business Center hat off, and we are going to look about the Women's Network. And so we're looking for Michelle to join us.
Hi, Adonica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, as you said, my name is Michelle Curry from Commerce Bank, and I am the current chair of the Women's Network, which is a division of the Chamber of Commerce. So I'd love to take an opportunity to tell you a little bit about ourselves. So at the Women's Network, our mission is to connect, empower, and engage our members through leadership development, educational opportunities, and innovative outreach. So I know that means a lot. It means a lot to a lot of different people. So let me tell you kind of in a nutshell about who we are. So we've got 4 main priorities that you can find on our website that relate to connecting, empowering, and engaging. But really who we are is a group of driven members of the business community who all support the idea of raising up the business women around us. We do so many things, but then again, so do our members. We are not just business women or businessmen. We are mothers, we are workers, we are volunteers, we are teachers on the side, we're board members. So if you're looking for a network of of like-minded people and who do the same things and experience the same things as you do, this is a great place to foster your uniqueness. And we just had a conversation about that today of how we're going to spread the word of our awesomeness. So here's how we carry out our mission. We do it in many different ways. We have events, scholarships, leadership opportunities, a mentoring program, and community engagement. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one of those. One of the primary events that we do is our monthly program, and that is held every single month on the third Thursday, I think, and we hire a speaker who will come in and speak to a topic that is relevant, not only maybe for personal or professional development, but a lot of times it can help with your networking and your leadership skills as well. We have 3 mixers per year, so we can really buff up that networking so you can make connections and build your community. It's been a little tougher in the COVID times, but we have it as a part of our strategic plan to keep getting our members connected to each other. We also have the Athena International Awards Banquet every year, where we recognize the Athena recipient, which is an outstanding businesswoman who has spent her life in dedication to raising up the women around her, as well as the Young Athena Professional Award, where the recipient is somebody who's mid-career, but still showing promise of that same initiative of supporting the women around her and raising them up and showing them that they can do anything that they want. We've got scholarships and awards as well. So while our members are required to either own or be employed by a chamber business, if there's an opportunity for us to help our members in any way, it's a top priority of ours. So some of the scholarships that we offer, for instance, are the Greater Missouri Leadership Foundation Scholarship. We do one for the Leadership Columbia, and we award and recognize women in our community for their accomplishments and efforts to empower other women. So you can kind of see that we've got a running theme here at the Women's Network. Besides the ability to connect our members with each other, we also offer leadership opportunities. We have 8 committees. Each one has 2 co-chairs plus a steering committee or board of 13 members. And with each one of these committees, they really are the operational side of our network. We wouldn't be anywhere without our committees. So if you're interested in helping out, maybe expanding your horizons a little bit with activities that you don't do day to day, or if you want to lend your talents in any particular subject, whether that be event planning to budgeting to marketing, we've got a place for you here at the network. You can be a committee member, or if you're wanting to expand your leadership skills, you can go for co-chair and lead the committee itself. And we foster the development of each one of our members in any way that they feel the most comfortable. So if there's anybody out there that wants to get involved with the Women's Network, we can help you get in a good spot based on the initiatives that you have and the goals that you've set for yourself. Lastly, one of our most invigorating things that we do is community outreach, and that is in the form of our Changing the Odds Committee. So our Changing the Odds Committee holds 2 seminars per year for underprivileged women who have found themselves with barriers to entry into the workforce. whether it be incarceration, domestic abuse, homelessness, that they're trying to get back on their feet, but don't quite know how. We offer the support that is necessary to give them the skills and the know-how to get back out there in the world, whether that's a resume workshop or, a voucher to a place where they can get work attire and access to resources to help them get a job, find an interview, practice interviewing. And so that is one of the goodwill arms of the Women's Network. We are out there every day doing really great work. And it's nice to speak with you today to tell you a little bit more about what you might not know about the Women's Network. So for more information about the Women's Network, you can go to the website, which is womensnetworkcomo.com. And you can either join to be a new member, or if you're an existing member, it's got great resources on all the things that are happening, events, committee meetings, award ceremonies, celebrations, flash networking. I could go on and on, but we've got a lot happening even in the virtual environment. So check us out. Or if you want to email the Women's Network Director, Caitlin Ferguson, or myself, the Women's Network Chair, Michelle Curry, you can find more information at any time. We are absolutely here to help elevate, connect, empower, and engage women in business in our community. So thank you for the time.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for all that great information on the Women's Network. And now we're going to have a final word from our sponsor, Hawthorne Bank.
The Southern Rose is a full-service gift and monogram shop. I knew I had to do a pretty big jump to make my monogramming be a full-time career. So I reached out to Todd, and he was more than willing to meet with me.
You sit down with people who want to start a business, and sometimes you just know that they're going to be successful. And Mackenzie was one of those people.
It's funny because he had no idea what a monogram was.
So I didn't know what monogramming was, like monogram.
I handed in my business plan, and I was very convincing. They're really good about knowing each person and what their needs are.
Columbia is a better place because of the Southern Rose.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, and welcome. And Adonica, thank you again for hosting with us today, and Penny and our Small Business Committee, thank you so much for all you're doing to put this together. So I wanted to talk a little bit about
the Southern Rose is a full service
to help our small businesses. So some of the things when we're talking to small business, we hear a lot is looking at different things of how do you control cost, and then also how do you provide benefits for your employees. You want to be able to take care of your employees and what they need. And so how do you work with them to put those benefits in place? And so one of the things that we have that's fairly new over the last couple of years is called the Chamber Benefit Plan. And what this is, it's an insurance plan for small businesses, and it's ran through our state Chamber of Commerce, but with us, through us and through local chambers around the state. And you have to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce, but then it gives you, with your local Chamber of Commerce, and then it gives you access to the Chamber Benefit Plan. And what this is it's built for employers that have anywhere between 2 and 49 employees. And whether you already have insurance or you're looking to have insurance for your employees, you can take a look at this program. So it's actually an Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield program. It works by putting you in the group, if you will, with everybody else. So many times you might hear this referred to as MEWA, M-E-W-A, and that's what its original name was whenever it came out, but it is now switched over to Chamber Benefit Plan. You can check out more information on it at chamberbenefitplan.com. You'll actually see some of our members. It's on some videos giving testimonials about the program and giving testimonials about how well that insurance plan has worked. So the way the process works is you have to be a member of your local Chamber of Commerce or the Columbia Chamber of Commerce. And then you go to a number of our you can go to one of our, I think we have about 5 or 6 of our members of our brokers, insurance brokers that are certified to sell this plan. And then they'll put together the package for you, how it works with your company, that customized package for your company. The agencies that we have, and you can click on in that website, chamberbenefitsplan.com, and it'll give you a list of all the agencies. But the agencies that are here in Columbia that are members of the Columbia Chamber of Commerce that sell these plans is Not Agency, TIG Advisors, Winter Dent, Winter Walker Insurance, and Sunvolt Insurance. Those are the 5 entities, the 5 brokers in insurance companies here locally that sell this plan. And they'll sit down with you and find out what is it that your needs are, what is it that you're trying to cover for your employees, and take care and have it. You can have a multitude of different plans, and they'll walk you through, and then you can take a look at how does that, and if it does meet your needs, and help you with your insurance. I know we are actually on it. Just to give you a testimonial from the chamber side, we're actually on the chamber benefit plan for our health insurance here for our employees. We switched to this a couple years ago. Whenever it did, it actually saved the chamber about $7,000 a year, and which is a hefty savings, and one that was very well needed, and one that kept a very strong and very good health insurance program for our employees. And so I'd encourage you, as you're looking for ways to continue to take care of your employees, how you control costs, especially during this day and time with everything going to COVID. And as we start to, like we like to say, bounce forward out of COVID, and how we're going to be better in after COVID than we are now, and how we continue to move forward. Take a look at chamberbenefitplan.com. Again, we have 5 agencies that have been certified by Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield to sell the program. And that's Not Agencies, TIG Advisors, Winter Dent, Winter Walker Insurance, and Sunvolt Insurance. And they can take care of your needs and really answer all those questions. If you have any questions of us, or you know of any, well, we'd also ask if you know of any other small businesses. Maybe they're not a member of the chamber, or maybe they are a member of the chamber. But whenever you're working with that your circle of influence and other small businesses throughout our community, talk to them about this. Let them know that this opportunity is there, that this benefit is there, that they can take advantage of and save themselves some costs, but also take care of their employees. If you have any questions, please call us here at the chamber. We can get you in touch with any of the insurance companies. And again, that website is chamberbenefitplan.com. Again, thank you very much for all that you're doing. Thank you so much to all of our small businesses for how much you take care of our community, and what the impact that you have on our community, the impact that you have on everyone here. And so I hope you've enjoyed your day, and thank you very much. Adonica, I'll turn this back over to you.
Thank you again, Matt. So before we wrap up, I'd like to bring up to say a few words Penny Koonsnar, and she is the Vice President of Operations for the Columbia Chamber. And she has been, I know, a big part of the engine that has made this event today work. So Penny.
Yes. Hello, thank you very much. And what a mouthful. So people can actually say Coons and Nar together at the same time now. That's craziness. Just such a long name and such a long title. That's silliness. Anyway, thank you all so very much for joining us and participating. Thank you to our vendors and the audience for being here. And hopefully we want to continue sharing the event. Whenever we're over, we're going to be on the landing page for the chamber until December 31st. So make sure and share. Remember the hashtag for today, hashtag #ShopLocalComo. That's super important. It's going to be used by all of our partners to promote shopping local, especially in the times of our holidays, but always considering what's going on in our community is very important. I also want to thank the Small Business Committee, especially the co-chairs, Chrissy Jones and Greg Bachmeyer. They have had to suffer through many of my emails and even a lunch with me. So apologize in advance for that. Also, thank you so much for our sponsors, presenting sponsor, Hawthorne Bank, our silver sponsors, JS Computech LLC and The Hatchery, media sponsors, Columbia Daily Tribune and Cumulus Media, and of course our platform sponsor, Adonica ATD Events. We most certainly could not have done this without you. Definitely not in my skill set, perhaps other people in the office, but that's definitely wonderful, and I appreciate that very much. And also to the chamber team. We always say that we're appreciative for one another, but there are really so many things that happen behind the scenes, and I gotta say we are learning just like everybody else in the community. We've had so many people be appreciative of us, trying to think outside the box, still deliver programs. You heard Chrissy at our ribbon cutting today say that this is the 18th annual Small Business Exposition. We modified it a little bit, but we were able to still bring some of our businesses in and be able to promote them to the community. And we're very excited to be able to present this with all of our partners and all of our participants. So I just wanted to say a big, big thank you for being patient with us, for giving us so much grace, and for helping us to continue to deliver programming and items like this that are beneficial to our member businesses, because your success is very important to us. So thank you all for everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Penny. And again, like you said, all of this would be possible without all the wonderful sponsors that she thanked, and of course, without you guys who appreciate you watching and commenting on Facebook and hanging in there with us and sharing. All those things make a difference when we're in this virtual space, when we can't be face to face. So again, from the Columbia Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for joining us for this virtual Small Business Day Exposition.